And then the Lord said, let Toronto Comic-Con prices be ridiculous. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Happy Sunday. I am joined by three amigos tonight, co-hosting duties for all three of them. Fun show tonight. Really fun show. We're going to be talking a lot about, say, some of the cons that happen, things that happen, the difference between soda and pop. If you're a Master Ace fan, no, that is not a pun on one of his songs. I don't even know if anybody knows who Master Ace is, but anyway, let's get back to comics. Big day today. And I'm only going to say this because one of my co-hosts is probably going to mention this at some point during the show. So I have to say it first while, they're not here. But Real Madrid lost 4-0. Big Barcelona fan. Good thing. Red Bull did not score any points today in the opening of F1, but Ferrari did win. So that's what it is. I'm a Mercedes guy, so that's, what it is. Free agency in football is going crazy. And my Gators lost in the NCAA NIT tournament. So that's shitty. But anyway, big things going on. So, let's get it going. Let's bring in the gang. First up, guys, I got to bring in the guy who's been holding it down for a few weeks now as the co-host, Mr. Ozzy. What's happening, man?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Dude, I feel like I just saw you. I was just with you.
We were just together.
Ozzy, dude,
that's a lot of me.
Yeah, but in speaking in that, you're like everywhere right now. You're co-hosting here. You got the commission. You got your 416 picks with Drax. Yeah. You got your in the studio series that you got going on.
Yeah.
Yo, do you just sleep at all or what?
I do, and then work and stuff. I actually just filmed an episode today with No Good Comics.
Nice. Yeah, dude, he's on all the time too. He was just at
he's great.
King Khan. Yeah. All right, let's bring in the other guests, man. Sure. Ozzy, we're going to be talking about some of the books because you just posted a video actually of some of the stuff you picked up. So that's going to be pretty dope to talk about.
Sure.
Let's bring in the other guys. Mr. Ferrari, he's probably happy. 1-2 finish. What's going on?
I'm actually, honestly, I messed up. I should have totally wore some Ferrari gear today, man. Just for you.
But you're not a fan. That's probably what it is.
No, stop. Of course I'm a fan, man. But Ozzy's a fan, right? He's Italian. He knows.
A Ferrari?
Of course.
Yeah, but are you you could be a fan of Ferrari and not care about Formula One? That's the thing.
I really like Formula One, but
okay.
I'm more Mercedes, but sorry.
Okay, well, guys, it was a great time. I'm gonna tune out now, but
okay, later.
But yeah, it was crazy. I saw you guys chopping it up about the con, seeing all the Toronto Comic-Con posts, but obviously you guys are gonna talk about this a little more later. But it looks fun as hell, man.
Yeah, Tim went as Keys because they gave us an extra pass and they wrote Keys. So Tim was rocking a pass that said Keys on it, and I thought it was hilarious as hell.
So Tim went sleeveless, right? That's what you're saying.
No, he had his jacket and everything, dude. Honestly, and we'll touch on it a little bit later, man. But man, the next time I'm definitely going to shorts. I'm definitely going in like a t-shirt. It was sweaty. It was hot. I got a headache. Yeah, it was just and Comic Dude saying, just call me Don or Key Gill. And we'll talk about that because that's who was on like the pass. It was Ozzy, and then I had like Key Gill. And I said to dude, I'm like, dude, if they ask you're Key Gill, and if they look at you weird, just be like, oh, like my nickname is Key Gill because I buy keys and I'm from Gilbert, Manitoba. And I just assume that like, and that's it. I don't even know if there's a city called Gilbert in Manitoba. I just thought, heat of the moment, I was like, just go with that, right? And again, this goes back to me being a terrible liar, so that's the best I could come up with. So
I love it.
It is what it is. Guys, I love your company all the time. I love chatting with you guys, but we do have special guests. He hasn't been on the show for a while, but let's bring him out, man. It's 50% Comic Kingpins today.
Oh,
nice.
I drive a Toyota Corolla, so it's not a Ferrari.
Toyota's not in Formula One, man, so it's okay.
I just wanted to fit into this conversation. Fuck you guys.
It's okay. But hi, man. How you doing, man? Happy Sunday.
Not bad. Yeah, happy Sunday. And yeah, I mean, I completely forgot backstage that you guys went to the Toronto Comic-Con. That didn't even come up. So I'm curious about that experience.
Yeah, and we'll talk. We're going to be touching base on that because is probably going to set the precedence for the next couple cons as well. You know, things that we saw, prices, books, you know, some of the feedback from, you know, the vendors, right? Like, you know, you kind of got the same answer from a few of them, right? We're still, you know, and I don't want to say this, but like, you know, we're still using the, hey, you know, we haven't sold anything in 2 years, so we got to make our money back. And I get it. But I mean,
so
know,
really there wasn't, no,
real.
that kind of gives me a bleak outlook because I was planning on going to Fan Expo in August.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it. We won't get ahead of it because I know Ozzy, you know, it was basically from last year's Fan Expo to this one, right? Because it was Toronto Comic Con hosted by Fan Expo, but it was basically less comic people, but the same people that were there were in the same location, basically with the same books that they didn't even sell the previous one, right?
Gotcha.
So it was just kind of like, but Ozzy scored a great deal. You know, he offered this guy a really good price on a book, and then I went lower than Ozzy, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you take this?" And he didn't.
While I was paying for it,
he didn't pretend. He pretended not to hear me. The guy,
newbie, you hussy.
Yeah, hey, it's what it is. You got to shoot your shot, man. You got to shoot your shot. So, but yeah, it was a fun time. And if you were there and you're in the chat, you're watching on the rewind, you watch this in the future, 10 years from now, and you know, anything related to Toronto Comic Con is nostalgia. Well, hey, I hope you had a good time or reading it or anything. But I want to say hello to the chat before we get the show going, because I feel like tonight's show is going to be pretty exciting, man. There's been a lot of news this week and a lot of things going on. Record sales, trailers. We're a week away from Moon Knight. We're a month away from like Star Wars. We're a month away from Doctor Strange. We're like 2 weeks away or a week away from Morbius. So there's just a lot of things going on right now. So we got to talk about it. First up, Michael, I see you as the gold. So there you go, man. Happy gold. Happy Sunday. Uncanny Swag, what's going on? I see you with the silver. AOA, I see you with the bronze. What's going on, man? Empire Comics is finally making videos again. He finally landed in NYC, so he is back doing his thing.
Nice.
Hard Knocks, what's going on? TKO, what's going on? Tim, just saw you yesterday, man. We took the train. We chatted. We had a great time, man. Appreciate you coming out yesterday. Hernani, what's going on, man? Wesley, we miss you at the show, but hopefully we see you soon. 1/5.
Oh, he didn't go? I thought he was going.
No, he had some issues. I think his buddy that was going got ill, so he wasn't able to come. Yeah,
gotcha.
So, hey, it happens, right? BC, you got ill before we all met, right? So it happens.
BC's always ill.
Yes.
Oh God. What's going on, Scott? Anyone else refer to Tales of Suspense as Toss 39? I think BC does.
Toss.
I think a lot.
Sam Rock's in the house. Sam, what is going on, man? I was hoping to, Sam would kick around with us yesterday for a bit, but he was not happy with some of the stuff that was going on, and rightfully so. I wasn't either. Some of the prices and stuff were a little crazy, but hey, we'll get to it. Bernard, what is going on? West Pa, what is going on? Brad, thanks for joining us, man. RP's in the house. RP.
Did you just call him West Pa?
West Pa,
bro. Southpaw, bro.
You completely.
Oh shit, Southpaw.
You matched up. What's up?
I knew it was a bad idea bringing Hyper into the show, man. I knew it was a bad idea.
I let things slide.
You didn't even go north. You went on another.
Listen, hold on. Time
angle.
You know why it came that way? Because because I was looking at RP and it said West up, and I thought W West. That's how it came out.
That was the weirdest train of logic I've heard.
Well, that's how my brain works, man. Look, it's crazy times here, all right. But Southpaw Brad, what is going on, man? Thanks for joining us. RP, what's going on?
PR as Newbie would call you.
RP is actually going to be joining us again next week, and hopefully he'll be kicking around with us. I'm trying to get everybody together this week coming up, because me and Ozzy will be selling at a show. It's over at 4, so I figure that's great time. Still early enough, sun's still out, and everybody can kind of just hang out, maybe grab a beer, maybe grab a bite, something. And hopefully I don't get a fucking headache like I did at this show, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Punch, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Comics. Philly Born's in the house, man. So many people in the house. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Mr. Steve, how are you? Man, there's so many jokes, inside jokes with dude. Like you just had to be at the
Yeah,
Comic Con.
he just looks like a crazy person because no one understands him in the chat. He just like he just
I'm picturing him like yelling this, like jumping on his couch, being like, "I'll pick up keys all day." It's like, all right, dude, just relax.
only
Calm
you
down.
understand whatever he's spewing in the chat right now.
Nope.
Calm down.
No,
Hyper. Good thing
dude,
on the
dude.
Toyota with today's gas prices.
Not entirely. It's a 92. It's burning oil. There's a
92, dude. It's a 2014.
oh.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
man. North 49's in the house. Maris Comics and Collectibles. Any thoughts on McClay's recent news? You know what? You got life short. You got to do what you want to do, especially in this YouTube thing. You got to just do what you want.
I'm not aware of this. What is he?
I don't like. I don't know the full story. He just quit CBSI. And that,
and Tales.
sorry, Tales of Flipside. Sorry, Tales of Flipside. He quit. I don't know the story. And that's where I'm gonna leave it.
Man almost said that he quit CBC.
Yeah, so I don't know. Con prices are the worst, dude. I got a story. Southpaw, I apologize, man. Forever you will be known as Westpaw Brad, and I feel bad. I feel bad. So
Only in the newbie verse, man.
Yeah. Mayor, what is going on? Good evening. Glad to be listening in and learning from you guys. Thanks for what you do. I appreciate it, man. This is a hangout. I always picture this as like just everybody at a bar or a restaurant just chatting up shop. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Chefs in the house.
Just don't come here to learn grammar.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, let's get the show going, man. And yeah, like I said, with that Brian situation, I don't really know the full details, and I'm nobody to make a comment. I don't know. He just felt it was better in his interest to leave. He did, and that's kind of where that is. So we'll see.
Nice.
But yeah, let's get the show going, guys. I always start the show off with asking you guys a question, and because Face isn't here, I know you guys might go lighter, but this week, new comic book day. Is it heavy? Is it light? What are your thoughts? Ozzy, we'll start with you.
It's another light week for me, for sure. Just there's a few books that I'm going to be after. I didn't really pre-order anything this week. So it's going to be another light one, which is good because spent a bit of money this week. So
yeah. Hyper, what are your thoughts? Are you picking anything up this weekend or anything that pops out of you?
No. Yeah, like I said, man, pull list is severely been slashed. So aside from a few titles, I don't think there's anything this week that really catches my eye.
All right. Well, maybe we'll change your mind when we kind of do the show. So, from me, I'm going to tell you guys right now, last week I got $0. I just went super light.
Yeah, last week was pretty uneventful in terms of
and I think this week is too, though. Like I really do. So, but that's just me. BC.
Well, here we go.
Sometimes when you say they're light, you show a long box off. So, what's the truth, man? Let us know.
I'm saying it's a medium week, man. There's some good books in there. There's some good first appearances, first covers that we are going to be getting, man.
Oh man, okay, all right.
Oh yeah. I think I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah, in terms
there are some decent books. It's just for myself. I'm just going to be
from the flipping side. Some of the books, some of the books that I see as potential flips are still doing like cover price.
Yeah, but okay, hold up. I will tell you guys this now. I know what you're saying, but not every book is going to catch fire the same week. Lots of these are long-term holds. That's all I'm going to say.
Listen, dude, I'm from a third world country. I know I live in a first world country now.
What does that have to do with this?
You never know where life's going to call your number, okay?
I'm from a third world country too.
You just never know. So like life's short, do what you love, collect the books you like. That's that's a good way. So terrible flip week. Yes, it is. So somebody made a comment today, or somebody posted something on Instagram, and it wasn't like a meme, but it was just one of those things where he took, and maybe we follow the same guy, I don't know, but he took basically the last 12 months of new comic book day.
Yeah.
And he was like, you realize if you would have taken all these books and flipped them, you could have had an AF-15, and I was just like,
What?
Crazy.
That-
whoa, what? Yeah, there was a lot that he had. I think it might have been like the last 2 years or something like that.
Wait. Are you saying like what he spent on New Comic Book Day in the last 12 months is what you're saying that he?
I don't know if
Well,
it's
what
what
he
he
could have
spent,
made.
but like the keys that you could have flipped to getting it, I think.
Really?
Was,
There's that many. There was that many keys in 12 months that you could have got an AF-15.
well, you think about it, like if you were pretty big on say like Tosin, right, the 1 in 25. I mean, you got $3,000 right there if you got 2 of them.
But how many people have multiple and on
Oh,
multiple?
there's
What?
dude,
What
there's
AF?
ton
Like
of
a
people.
0.5 or?
A 0.5? Oh,
Yeah,
of
no,
like AF-15?
AF-15.
Yeah, but dude, a 0.5 is still like $30,000 Canadian,
Spider-Man's head?
Literally.
right?
Like,
coverless.
Coverless,
People still buying it
yeah.
coverless?
Man.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Man. Like I'm going back and I'm looking like the Timeless #1, the Miss Minutes. There was just so many.
Thor 21, Thor
Oh,
22,
dude, I don't even want to get into it.
Bloodstone 1.
I don't want to get into it. There's
Yeah,
so
it's just
many.
crazy. It's crazy.
But like I was saying, none of the books. I would say it's a medium week for reads. Good reads. We're gonna get some first appearances and cover appearances, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I will add this. If you would have bought like, I don't know, 10 copies of that Avengers Justice League, I mean, you got like $3,000 right there, and there's only 7,000 print. So
But how many? But okay, aside from like stores like Midtown, and I don't know how many stores would have actually got 10 copies.
you obviously you would have had to have pre-ordered and stuff. But
No. I'm talking about the whole allocation situation.
but even the
That's-
pre-orders were lottery. Like you have your name
shit,
on the
okay.
list.
Yeah. I think the biggest shop in Toronto, Gotham Central, that's what they were doing. They're doing a lottery system
Yeah.
for the people.
And the money was going to
yeah, charity, right?
Yeah, for the George
Yeah.
Perez.
I got one.
Foundation.
I'm not flipping it. I'm totally keeping it. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people. No. Okay, one, I'll be honest with you. I feel like an asshole, but two, I'm a fan of Perez, and I do want to keep that book. It's a neat book. So
Yeah, it's a one of a kind at this point.
it is.
Okay, well, long-term hold. All right, well, let's see what books we're going to dive into this week, and let's see if maybe there's some that, BC will hold on to. Maybe there's some magic this week that we don't know about. But guys, I do want to say that there is something that I'm going to be introducing, and obviously this week it didn't happen, unfortunately, just because I was so busy. I mean, we were at the con, work, things like that. Me and Ozzy are preparing to sell next week at our first show. So that's exciting. There is a lot of work that kind of goes into it, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So I apologize, but I do want to bring in, I think I'm going to start doing Newbie Spec of the Week every other week. And then we're going to be doing like a comic market talk of certain books. I think it's a great segment to talk about with certain books, especially when I got the JOMO/FOMO guys, right? Joy of missing out. Fear of missing out and all that, but I think it'll be a great little segment to talk about. So that's something that I'm going to be introducing to the channel, especially because there's a lot of people who really do like, market and the money and the FOMO and the JOMO, as my guys at Comic Kingpins would say. So
No, not Kingpins. Just this guy, the guy above me. It's just one Kingpin.
Hey, yo! Everybody was digging the JOMO, so fuck
dude,
you.
it's true. It's true. Mr. Vancouver Comic Junkies in the house. What's going on, Chris? Thank you so much for hanging out. My favorite gang of nerds. Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. First things first. Bleeker Street.
I doesn't even know the slides.
Dude, I've been doing this for 85 weeks and oh man. But channel sponsor and friend of the channel, extended family member of the Newbieverse, Mr. Bleeker Street Comics. $10 a press, $5 a clean, guys. Make sure you guys go check Bleeker Street Comics. Go check out the website, bleekerstreetcomics.com. And next up, we've got Big B Comics, 3 stores, one in Niagara, Hamilton, and Barrie. I've done the trifecta. I've gone to all of them. Don't tell my guys in Niagara, but I do like the one in Barrie. And Ozzy, you can attest to that, man. You can attest. It was a good shop.
Yeah.
But
They don't tune into the show.
What's that?
They don't tune into the show.
I think they watch it on the rewind. But listen, my guy Ian and the guys at my Big B are great people. Ian is my guy. I refuse to talk to anybody but Ian when it comes to my pull list and things like that. He just takes care of me. So Ian and those guys, all the Big Bs are great people. But make sure you guys go check them out just in case you missed something. You never know. Big B sometimes has it, especially online. All right, we're starting off with
Image.
First up, we got the Department of Truth number 17 is kicking back off. I will say it's a cool cover.
It's not kicking back off.
What's that?
This is ending the arc.
Oh yeah, no, I just meant like let's kick it off.
Okay,
like,
my bad.
No, yeah, no, not the arc, but yeah, it's
Let's go.
But yeah, finishing off the arc. Kind of weird that they would finish off at 17. I think so. Kind of haven't been on board with this one for a while, but cool cover. I like it. It's a little different from what they have been doing. In a way, I'm skipping it, but obviously people are going to be chasing it. I do think that in the last maybe year and a half, the final issue of a lot of stuff is kind of becoming more scarce, and a lot of people are just chasing it. Even if you haven't been on the run, people are chasing that final issue. Who knows? This could be one of those things. Ozzy, what are your thoughts, man?
This isn't the final issue though.
Nope.
Oh, so what are you talking about then, BC?
No, the final arc.
The arc. Okay, man. What the fuck? Thanks for stopping me.
Can we get the sound effect again? Somebody get it. Go. There it is. But yes. Ozzy, educate.
Okay. You know what? I've never really been on Department of Truth, but this is one of the conspiracies that has intrigued me. So I might buy into it just to read it.
Yeah.
I think they're probably ending with this because it is one of the biggest ones I think out there. So I think I might grab cover A and the subsequent covers just to read it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually love the cover B, man. You literally have Nixon on the television on the moon, and it's just
never happened.
Perfect cover, but yeah, exactly that, man. So Richard Nixon, the whole fake conspiracy to the moon landing,
never happened.
All over this, man. I'm definitely picking this up. I'm loving Department of Truth, and I'm looking forward to the next arc after this one. So yes, pick it up, man. This is gonna be an interesting read.
Yeah.
Hype, what are your thoughts, man?
I'm not picking it up, so I'll ask DC for how he feels about it. I don't know. I really can't add much to this. Sorry, guys.
You stopped, but weren't you and Face really big on reading this?
Face and I think even Keys are.
Keys is big on.
Keys is big. Keys is very big on this.
This is just one of those titles that was a victim of my cutting back.
And like 99% of everything else.
Well, if it doesn't have TMNT or Batman, then it's usually it's on the
Batman. You get like a new Batman like every other week, it seems.
Yeah.
Ghost Cage number 1, and again, number 1, sticking with it. I'm always gonna put the number 1s. Could be something, could be nothing, but number 1s are things that people chase after. I might grab this one. I don't know. To me, this seems like one that you kind of just put away and cross your fingers. Who knows? But I'm not expecting big things from.
Oh, it's me. Yep. Sorry. I'm going to grab this one. I like the solicitation. Big into sci-fi, so I liked the way it read, and curious to see what it is. But first issue, there's probably going to be a pretty big character in it reveal. So whatever it is, if it's their monster, robot, whatever it is, I'm kind of curious to see what it is. So yeah, I'm going to grab this.
Yeah, I'm picking it up for the read, man. It's a 3-issue mini. Depending on how this goes, though, it's a $5.99 price tag. I'll be honest, guys, transparent. I'm gonna read it online, and if I dig it, I will go and pick it up. But I'm most likely gonna end up picking it up, guys. There's tons of sales. Like literally 3 weeks later, most shops put books like this on sale. It's the reality.
I have too much respect for the artists and the writers.
Oh, stop it, man.
Hype, where are you on this book, man?
It's an interesting premise. And you said it was only a 3-issue miniseries, right?
Yeah. But okay, I think Hype every issue is about that. It's about $5.99, $4.99, something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's one of those double-sized issue, I guess. But I mean, I'll probably just wait until all 3. If depending on how the reviews are, I'll probably just read this digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some interesting characters on this cover. I mean, you got this like robot thing with like high heels, it seems. You got this like dude that I thought was like an elf with like a bird trying to eat his hair. You got like this armor guy right up here with a lunchbox and a computer on the back. Then you have this like really funny ghost that it seems like most rappers have tattooed on them. And then you have like what your typical HR lady looks like or your lunch lady looks like right here. So I mean, there's a lot going on here. So I don't know.
Dude, don't ever work at an art museum.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying it's out there, but like BC said, three issues deep.
Yep.
Ozzy touched on it, right? There could be probably the biggest reveals, and obviously their first appearance is obviously number one, like usual. Sure. But yeah, it's something that maybe grab, put it away, but definitely take a look at it. Read it online, I guess, like BC does.
Yeah, because I'm a cheap asshole. But I will be the first one to say that, dude. It's a 3-issue miniseries, but there's another 3-issue miniseries that's coming out this week that just takes center stage for me, and I think we're gonna hopefully touch base on that now.
Sorry.
Yo, I'm great at that's why I never went to police work, because they were like, you're too good at this. You're really too
probably
good.
Also crime rate would go up.
IDW guys, let's get into
there
it.
It is.
Another number one, but we have
sure.
Demons. There's a few covers. This one looks dope. This one, if you guys remember and you guys actually pay attention to me, I love those old school like movie poster stuff. I watch American Pickers and like Pawn Shop, and I love when they start picking those old school movie posters. But this one just has that feel, with the border and everything like that. Not so much like the wording, but it does. BC, what are you laughing at?
Good
I'm laughing because you're saying movie poster, and I'm just picturing the one of you playing football.
No, I've just never seen like of everything to pick on the cover. You went with the border.
Dude, I look at the whole thing. The whole thing is art, man. That's just how that's how I do it. But it just has that feel.
I respect that.
It has that feel, just like that Dynamite pick of the week. I think like 2 weeks ago, it just had that old school movie poster like look, and I like those. I just like that art style. So yeah, but I'm picking this one up. I'm picking the cover A up. There is a few different covers. Ozzy, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, like once I heard Snyder and Capullo, I was in for sure. Yeah, that was the two names that I had to, that I heard. I'm definitely gonna buy it for sure. I might even check in I'll grab cover A and see if there's anything else that kind of interests me. But I have high hopes for this for sure.
Same, man. Especially that it's only 3 issues, but I went crazy. I got all the covers. I got the A, B, the C, and surprisingly, I got the Momoko.
Wow,
so yes,
nice.
I have faith in this one, man.
Hi, what are your thoughts, man?
And I was just saying that I'm cutting back. The thing is, this has the team up of one of my favorite Batman runs, the New 52 Batman. So for that reason, it already has me intrigued. So I'll be keeping an eye on this one for sure.
There's a pretty cool Jacques cover, right?
Sorry? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the cover B with the red.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It seems like Jacques is always tied with Scott Snyder's work whenever he does something.
Yeah. This one could be one of those, but definitely one that I'm picking up on. All right.
No.
I don't understand, but we got Power Rangers with Godzilla, so I think next we're gonna have like Pokemon with like the Loch Ness monster. I don't know. We could have something, but Power Rangers versus Godzilla. I think maybe 2 people in the world are picking this up. One of them being Comic Dude. I don't know. Are you guys picking this up? I just put it up because it's a number 1, and it could be the first time Godzilla is on the cover with the Green Ranger and all the Rangers for that matter. So
I don't care.
Yeah,
we're really stretching this one.
Yeah.
Ozzy, what are your thoughts here, man? Is this something
you can just do this? Pass down to BC. I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm not even gonna try and buy this. I'm going nowhere. I'm sorry. I just don't know anything.
No, me neither.
Dude is an awesome guy, but I don't know Power Rangers or anything.
I don't know. I'm just picturing Godzilla versus the Megazord, and it's just I don't know.
I think honestly,
I don't even know BC. I don't even know what you just said. What is the what?
It's a mechanical.
Dude, I was drinking and.
But I think that's what it's probably leading up to. I'm pretty sure that's what this series is designed for that exact battle that BC just mentioned.
Right. And in my head, I could already hear the theme song playing, but
Well, the Green Ranger's like Megazord thing is basically like Godzilla, if you think about it, right?
Yes, it's the Dragon Zord.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love the Dragon Zord. I have it. I'm gonna get it.
No. Please don't. Please don't.
But yeah, I was actually going to mention, dude did say that he's passing on this because he's not really a fan of this whole concept to begin with. Gods. Okay, I will say this much: I'm passing on this, but these crossovers can surprise you because I did read
cool.
I did read the TMNT Power Rangers crossover, for the obvious reason that TMNT was involved, and that was actually a pretty fun 6-issue mini. And even when Power Rangers did their thing with Batman, sorry, not Power Rangers, TMNT and Batman. So some of these crossovers, because they tend to be one of those things that you're not supposed to take this too seriously, and it's just self-contained.
So I think it was another one. I think it was Power Rangers and Flash, if I'm not mistaken.
Justice League, isn't it?
I think so, but
Yeah, it
yeah,
was Power
I
Rangers and
remember reading
Justice
that a while ago, man. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be just a fun read, just one of those things that you just read it and then just that's it. Just read it and have fun with it.
This is nothing. This is
yeah.
I don't even think anyone should buy it, to be honest. But
well, let's go on to DC, and I think my computer didn't save one of them.
It
didn't. So there's two.
Oh,
so there's two number ones. There's Wonder Girl, The Trial of the Amazons, right? And it's just two books. And then there's, I think, The Rogues, which is like a green cover.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the only two number ones, but those are the only two books that I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put them on and I can bear to talk about. But I'm passing on both of them. Just not interest and saving my money for elsewhere. But nevertheless, number one alerts. So you got The Rogues, and then you got The Trial of the Amazons, Wonder Girl 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm also passing to save some money for other books. Unfortunately, DC gets first cut when I'm doing stuff like that, and if there's something significant with these books,
they'll probably be on the shelf anyway.
Be on the shelf, but yeah, I don't know if you guys something, but
I can't say the same, man. I feel like DC books don't stay on the shelf. I will be picking this up, but not this cover. I'm going for the decal, man. I don't know if you guys saw the decal cover. It's a gorgeous white, but that's the only reason why I'm picking it up. It's a total cover grab. I will read it, but it's not something oh my God, I can't wait to read. Yeah. There's another I think it's a Wonder Woman book coming out, I think next week. I forget the title, but that's the one I'm a little more excited for next week or in 2 weeks. Very soon. But yeah, no, I'm going to pick it up mostly for the cover, give it a read and see from there.
Yeah, this is I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a pass for me. I mean, the last anything like the last Wonder Woman really thing that I bought was that not new 52 Future State, the Wonder Girl.
Yeah,
I haven't really read anything since then. So yeah, I'm kind of with Ozzy on this one. Really, my DC's at this point is just kind of relegated to Batman. So
hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I will admit, and I think I've admitted a few times, the last DC thing I bought was First Yara Flora.
Oh wait! I lie. Also, Nice House on the Lake.
Oh. Yeah, that's I was gonna say DC Black Series. I'll definitely I'll get into that. But the regular DC stuff, yeah, no.
Now I will say this, and I don't know if it's in the solicitation or like if people know, but this is one of two, which means there's only 2 books. I just want to throw that out there.
I like this guy's thinking.
Right, but here's the thing: if you look at this cover, you kind of see half of Yara. I'm gonna bet that like 90% the issue number 2 is probably gonna be a connecting cover.
Wow, you just gave Hyper I'm not gonna tell you.
So I'm just going out there on a limb and just saying that. So just letting you guys know.
I was just blown away that there's 2 issues when it said 1 of 2.
Get the decal.
I'm just throwing shit out there. Decal is great, man. His 1 in 25s for a lot of like the Iron Man stuff was like unreal. I have a lot of it, so yeah. All right, let's go into Boom. And Boom, we've got
Mamma Mia
Pink Ranger negative space, because people are still calling it negative, even though it's not really negative, but I get why people call it that. I still call it
negative.
But last week we had the red. 2 weeks ago we had blue, and then the white one. The white one was the first one. I thought they should have left the white one last. Like I thought that was like probably the best one that they did.
Looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, this one.
But yeah,
I got a heartburn just looking at this cover.
I don't remember this Ranger. I don't remember this like adaptation of the Pink Ranger. I was already kind of out of Power Rangers, like how she's dressed or morphed. I don't know this Power Ranger or what it is. So
Yeah, man. Sorry to be boring, but I just don't understand it, or I don't get into the Power Ranger stuff.
there is a market though, because all of these, like, if
for
people are
sure,
collecting all of these,
yeah.
dude, it's gonna go crazy. I
Listen.
can't wait for the Black Ranger one. I think that one's gonna probably be fucking dope.
Is there a Black Ranger?
There should be.
I don't know, man. I think they're stopping with the whole negative space thing. We just saw the FOC variant. I think it was for Mighty Morphin issue 18 on FOC that just passed. Again, it's the actual Pink Ranger and no negative space. It's just a neat cover with a very long neck for some reason, but yeah, I'm picking them up because I'm picking up all the FOC variants. This particular book, I'm not fully up to date with Power Rangers universe. I think I'm still on issue 2. Issue 1 was the Red Ranger hand. I don't know if you remember. And then
yeah. I saw that one. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at, or I think it was blue that was second. But either way, I'm picking them up. It is a good read. I do suggest it for read's sake, not specking or anything. It's just it is good.
Okay. Hype.
I mean, no, I'm not picking it up, but I've been actually off Avengers. I feel like I'm saying this for every title now. Yeah. I really have nothing else to say, but interesting cover.
How have the covers done, like, on the secondary market? I haven't really, like, bothered to look, but I would assume that white Power Ranger one, the first one that came out, is probably doing, like, pretty high. No,
not really, man. It's still within the same cover price or typical eBay pricing. We'll say double.
Shit.
But yeah, no, it's not gone too crazy. Like I have 2 copies, and I plan on giving one to Comic Dude because I don't think he got one. But yeah, no, they're just nice, man. The ones that were demanding serious coin was when they did it with the first original lineup of the Rangers, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the Red Ranger. They did it for, I think it was 616 Comics, if I'm not mistaken. They had the exclusives, and that's where it really was doing well.
All right. Well, let's get into some Marvel here, guys. And there is a first cover appearance.
Oh, hold up. You're done with DC?
DC. We were on Boom.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just did fucking
Boom.
Oh yeah, my bad. We'll get to it at the end.
We'll go back to DC.
Power Rangers in DC. Okay. No, I mean, it's a stretch, but okay. All right.
Yeah, I just realized. I'm sorry. Continue.
That's okay. It's okay. Usually when I make mistakes, it's like put up for everybody to, say something. Hyper's usually like, oh my God, what did you say?
I never know where your slides are going, man.
All right,
I honestly missed that slip up by BC.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not discriminating against you.
You caught Westpaw. Okay.
Dude, how did you not catch Westpaw?
Westpaw was...
I'm surprised.
Okay, continue.
I'm actually surprised you got North 49 correct.
Oh my God. Let's go into Marvel, and we got a first cover. Like BC was talking about. Again, though, I'm not really. I don't know, man. Like, his first appearance is not what people thought it was going to be. I was never really sold on it, but we got Avengers 53 second print, which is the first cover appearance of Red Panther.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I'm not buying it. I'm not biting on this. Like, I don't know. His first appearance isn't really doing so well. Read aside, right? Like, just, from spec or just, from investment side. Like, I just don't think that deep down or long down the road, this is going to be anything crazy. I know people are trying to compare it because there has been comparisons to, like, say, Red Hulk, but, like, I think that's just a stretch for this character.
Yeah.
Because if we do see a Black Panther anywhere, any adaptation, I don't think we're going to see it red. It's cool, but I mean, like, I probably wouldn't invest too heavily on it. And that's from, like, the investing and, like, flipping side for me. If I'm wrong, and I'll, take it, slap on the wrist. But for me, I'm passing on this. I'm not really digging the second, third, fourth, all that printer stuff. So I'm going to be passing myself. What are your thoughts, Ozzy?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Uncanny Swag on this. I'm going to say Jomo on this one for sure. Jomo. We should have signs.
Jomo. I'm all for this.
You know, I mean, I didn't really buy into the first appearance of Red Panther costume change or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm not getting into this one at all. There's no interest. And I do, when there's definitely a new character in something like this, I'll jump on it. But yeah, no, staying away from this one. Jomo, all the way.
They had to put Doom on the cover to give him more cred. True, right? Fuck. BC, is this where you tell me that you went heavy on this?
No, I
got all the covers.
Sincerely,
No,
I got everything.
Got all the ratios.
Usually a second print has one cover, but
five of each.
But no, okay. Red Panther, okay, cool. I don't know if anyone's reading the current Avengers run on the panel right now, but it's been great. I've been enjoying it. It's awesome. But the variants are getting a lot more love. But I will say, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. For issue 53, there was actually a variant, and it's going for already $100 plus. Okay, there was a variant.
Not the mild one, is it?
No. So let me tell you. I'm not sure if you heard, but the Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh yes.
They had a giveaway of this book, and Newbie, I'm surprised you don't know. There was only 5,000 copies. Okay, it has. It has Gritty and Iron Man on the cover, but dude, it's already getting over $100, man. Canadian. That's the
5,000 copies, right?
Yeah, we'll get that one, but this one, nah. I really don't care for it. I'm passing on this one.
Who's a Flyers fan except people in Philly?
Right?
I'm not a Flyers fan. I'm a Rangers fan. So, and I'm not even a New Yorker. That's just my team. Mark Messier, greatest leader, in hockey history. The guarantee to win the cup against Jersey, and then they won the East final against Jersey after being down with the guarantee. But yeah, man, that's just my team.
Wait, you're talking about the 94 Cup, right?
94 Cup, yeah.
I remember because I was watching that. I think that was the first time I really followed the playoffs, and I was heartbroken because the Canucks ended up losing in 7 games.
Hey, it is what it is. Dude, Montreal won it in 93, and that's what you guys are.
I always root for the Canadian teams, man.
Bro, 93-67. I'm just going to show you that gap before you talk shit. Continue going.
94 and 1944. So I'm going to show you that gap.
Yeah, okay, continue.
I'm not even going to bring up the Leafs in this discussion.
I think Ozzy's a Leafs fan.
So Red Panther, eh?
Hey, Ozzy, me and you were both in the same fandom, unfortunately.
You fucking Giordano. Anyways.
All right, hey, okay, all right. Well, the Red Panther hype. I'm thinking that you didn't pick this one up either, right?
No, but okay. Am I the only one? But I'm kind of getting a bit of a Hulk 181 vibe from this cover a bit.
You're getting what?
A Hulk 181 vibe, sort of.
I can see it.
Not the value. I'm talking about the actual.
No. I totally get it. Yeah. I totally get it.
But yeah, I've been down on the second prints lately. I mean, I made an exception with that Tolson one, but I've been skipping most of these second prints, especially when they're usually just doing interior. What do you call it? Just using recycling the interior. I'm passing on those.
Big shout outs to Mr. Guy Forges in the house. I know he's had a busy day. They were at King Kong. And they were doing their thing. I saw some of the videos and some of the stuff. But Guy, thank you so much for tuning in, brother. Always appreciate having everybody tune in. Guy is funny as hell, so I appreciate him bringing some entertainment to the chat as well. My Lars Morales. I always love seeing this guy. His name is fucking hilarious. Leach and Graves, best team. Yeah, that's right. Mike Richter. All right. Yeah, I'm passing on this one. Demon Days Blood Feud #1. It is the #1. This is the Peach Momoko one. Obviously, there's a few covers. There's the one with the Hulk that I thought was just super weird. But anyway, the Demon Days thing. She did this, I think, not too long ago. There's another run or another arc. I don't know because I'm not following it. But nevertheless, it is the #1. Peach, she's still hot. People are going to be buying it. People are going to be reading it. So what are your thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, I might just read this. I haven't been on her. I'm a fan of some of her art for sure. I've never got into anything else that she's done, but yeah, I'm just, man, I guess I'm seeming kind of boring with this week's kind of books, but yeah, it's just not happening.
I think it's super light, man. That's just fine. Yeah.
So yes, this is the final issue of the whole Demon Days saga that Momoko put together. It's okay. It's again nothing. Oh my god, that stood out to me within any of this, but I'm passing on it. I'm not picking this up. I don't really care. There's a weird cover that I thought was the Hulk. I don't know what the hell that was.
Right? That's what I thought too, man. I'm like,
It is weird, yeah.
what is it supposed to be?
But no, it's a total pass for me, man. I read online. I didn't buy these, but actually, no, there was one cover I found pretty nice that I ended up buying, but that's it for me, man. I'm not into this series one bit.
Sometimes I see some of these covers and I'm like, man, I handed in some like grade 3, grade 4 artwork that could probably
No, Newbie, there's an episode on our Comic Kingpin show where you showed your drawing, bro. That is, I don't even know how you explain that. Like, what the fuck was that?
I was trying to build an NFT, man. I'm a businessman, so I was just trying to build an NFT. And there's still some available. So if you're watching or on the rewind or whatever, I do still have 500,000 copies, and it's only.
We wonder why there's still that many left.
How many have you sold so far?
One, but it was to my mom, so I gave her like a BOGO. Yeah. So buy one get one free, but then she didn't want to buy the second one, so I just gave it to her for free. So there's still a lot. They're only $10,000. So
Jesus,
yeah.
You would rip your mom off like that?
No, that's why I gave it to her for free. Hi, what are your thoughts on the peach, man?
I honestly, listen, I haven't been picking up any of these Demon Days books. I mean, I'm gonna just take BC's word on it and just kind of just pass on this one. I mean, look, the only way I'm probably even gonna read this is if it's at my local library or something.
Yeah,
oh Jesus,
that makes sense.
No me gusta.
All right, me and BC, I think, are the only ones that talk about this like actively, or maybe even just put it out into existence. But this Elektra Black, White, and Blood run has had some of the best covers. Like that Adam Hughes, the red one. This one is dope. Yeah, like the 1 in 100 on FOC, I think this week or last week.
No, that was for Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil, sorry. But there's just a lot of Elektra, happening. This cover is fucking dope, oh man. Like
this is Elektra, my bad.
Yeah,
Elektra 100.
Or yeah, Elektra 100, yeah. The other, but like just in general, man, these Elektra covers that have been coming out are crazy. I am getting my hands on this one. This one is just pure cover. Obviously I'm biased when it comes to the black, but this one is just right in your face. It's kind of got
who
that.
This is?
No.
It's Mark Bagley, baby.
Yeah, it's shit. Yeah,
I know what that is.
Yeah. But I really like this one, man. I just like the cover. So for this, I'll fork out, $7 and get it if it's there, right? If it's in good condition, because I do like those trophy high grade black covers.
Yeah, you got to be careful because it's like black borders and all that stuff.
Exactly, right? So
yeah, I'm a sucker for nice covers. I picked up issue 1, a few of them because they were just fantastic. So I'm probably going to grab this strictly because of the cover. It's interesting. I didn't know Bagley did this one here. I wouldn't have pegged that, but it's pretty dope.
Right? It seem out like of his style?
Yeah, it's totally out of his wheelhouse for sure. But it's great. Like I love that black, white, and red. Like obviously it's the name of the book, but it's a beautiful cover.
I can't wait for like 3 months from now to see, because obviously there's going to be people that grade this and want it graded or whatever, but like I'd be interested to see like the census in like 6 months, a year, and just see, because like I really do feel like this is going to be a very tough 9/8, like super tough. So
yeah.
Well, I'm picking it up, man. No denying it. Like Newbie said, 1 for the cover, 2 for the read. I recommend it, man. Guys, pick it up. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think like most of you guys, I only picked up issue 1 because of that Adam Hughes cover, that negative space Adam Hughes. So if anything, I would only pick this up honestly for the cover. I don't really know how this. I mean, they're all pretty much self-contained stories, right? For all 4.
Yeah, and dude, you saw there's been many of these black, white, blood.
Yeah, like Deadpool
stories.
And
Carnage, Moon Knight coming,
Wolverine. Yeah, they've all had some of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some of them have had some pretty hot. Like they've done really well, like cover wise, and they're still like holding value. Like that Deadpool one is
the only one. the only one that pissed me off was the switch on the Eastman.
Oh,
Remember
the Carnage.
Yeah, there was an Eastman cover for Carnage, and then they switched it out, and I had pre-ordered like 7 copies. I'm like, damn, I got so pissed.
Yeah, because they turned it from a cover B to a 1 in 25.
25, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Really? I
Yep.
paid cover for. I got one of those. I liked it, but was it a 1 in 25?
Well,
Yeah,
same with like the 100, right? I mean, they changed that 100 to a 1 in 25. And I think it was because they were like, yeah, who's going to be buying 100 copies of this? Like,
So,
Oh, you see? Chris.
another black cover here, but we got Wolverine patch number 1, guys. I'm going to pass on this one. I get it. You're probably going to be like, well, Noob, you like the black covers. Yeah. I just kind of like that last one better than this one. I don't really know too much about this. Also, not the biggest Wolverine fan, which is weird because I own Hulk 181, but hey, it is what it is. What are your thoughts, Ozzy?
Oh, I'm grabbing this for sure. I'm a Wolverine fan. I'm a patch fan. Wolverine one there. This is strictly fan based. I know there's a minor first appearance in this, but that's not why I'm buying it. I just buy it because it's Wolverine and that cover, black cover for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Likewise, man. And if I'm not mistaken, Ozzy, you've read some of the Wolverine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is taking place a bit before issue 31. I want to say they're looking at the whole Madripoor and stuff like that.
Right.
So
yeah,
I'm definitely picking up miniseries. And like Ozzy said, there is going to be a first appearance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Empire saying there's an appearance of a New Mutant team.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool, nice.
Hype. What are your thoughts, man? I'm only asking because, well, 1, you're on the show, and 2, I know you're a huge Wolverine fan.
So here's the thing. As big of a Wolverine fan I'm not really feeling some of his current solo runs. I don't know. I mean, he does have some good, series in the past, but lately, like I've been picking up the regular Wolverine series. It's all right. But just the other series that he's done before, like what was it called, like the Resurrection of Wolverine, that when they brought him, like I don't know. It seems like he does better when he's actually with the X-Men and all that in terms of like modern comics. So this is gonna be one I'm probably just gonna wait and see how it how the reviews are.
You guys also missed the fact that there is a massive thing about this book. It's actually a DC crossover, and I don't know if you guys know that.
No,
Huh?
no idea.
Yeah, because Sinestro is on the cover. Did you guys know that?
That's not Sinestro.
I know, but it looks just like him, though. I was telling that to a few people. I'm like, yo, that's like the first DC like crossover. Sinestro's in it, and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look at it. This guy literally looks like it. You can't tell me that does not look like the character.
I guess because
that looks like Sinestro, man.
And the tweaked eyebrows, I guess maybe.
Yeah, like that just and the hairline like being all the way up, like that's him to me. That you can't tell me otherdumbster.
But yo, Hype, I think the run you were talking about was the Return of Wolverine.
Yes, that one.
The cover of him coming out, yo, it was a dumpster fire. I didn't like it.
Yeah. And even the stuff like they did Wolverine Infinity Saga, and then there was another one.
There's been a ton, yeah. But I think he does operate well on his own personally. Like, you mean, when the character was first launched, like,
no,
yeah, it's pretty much like a solo kind of.
Yeah,
he has the potential of having good stories because, like, I mean, Jason Aaron did Wolverine, and that was good. And then he had the Old Man Logan that was done by Mark Millar. That still holds up today.
Yeah.
And the other one, Enemy of the State, like there have been some good Wolverine stories. It's just that lately I feel like there's been like this bad streak of mediocre Wolverine series, I find.
But we're also getting Harry Potter as Wolverine, so why not pick this up as
oh God, don't start that. Don't start that. No.
Is that really a thing?
Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
No. Stupid.
All right. Venom Lethal Protector #1. I'm passing on this. Unless you guys tell me that this is like another like $1 million book down the road. But yeah, I'm passing on this one. Don't really care for it. So
shame on you. I'm just kidding.
I'm getting this. I'm a Venom fan. I'm getting this.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm shocked, Ozzy. I did not see you as a Venom fan.
Right?
What?
God forbid he'd wear a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, I know, huh?
But again, another 5-issue miniseries. This is going to be touching base on Venom's early years, so I'm kind of curious to see what we're gonna get. I had originally said that I hope this series is gonna touch base on everything leading up to Dylan, what took place there, not how he was, brought to life. We all know how that happened, but some backstory there as to what took place leading up to that. I know that there's gonna be a first appearance in here as well. Would I say it's big? I don't know yet. That's why I'm looking forward to reading it. But yeah, man, we'll see. But I'm picking this up. All 5 issues. It's 5 issues. It's Venom. No way I'm passing on it.
First appearance might get people, intrigued. Obviously, everybody loves to hear that. So
yeah, I'm intrigued by the, I mean, I've always mentioned like my top 3 anti-heroes or heroes, I would say, in Marvel is Punisher, Wolverine, and Venom. And I'm intrigued by this just for the fact that, the co-creator of the original Lethal Protector, David Michelini, is actually part of this one. So listen, I think this series will only do well if it retains its cheesiness from the 90s Lethal Protector. If it gets too serious, I don't know, it might lose me. I'm expecting a cheesy Venom story. That's kind of, I think.
I think so, because if I'm not mistaken, they're going back to some of the original writers or something. No,
that I don't know. I just know that like what Hyper's saying is like you maybe don't want to touch on like a classic, right? Like you saw Guy
there. You literally look. I'm literally reading it on what you have up there. The co-creator, David Michelin.
Dude, I just mentioned his
actually
name.
read my own stuff, man.
No, but yeah. So
what's wrong with you?
DC's been sleeping on the show.
Probably.
But I get what Hyper's saying. I'm kind of with it. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, maybe I'll just skip it in general. But just because it's like not my run that like I'm accustomed to reading, and that was a classic.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's my
like look. I'm not expecting, just like what we were talking about with the whole Power Rangers and Godzilla, I'm not expecting much to come from this series except to be just almost like a popcorn, fun kind of read. Nothing more, nothing less. That's really what I would expect from this kind of series.
Yeah.
Well, there's a first appearance in it, so who knows? Maybe if it's big enough or people try to connect dots with it, who knows? Could be on a top 10 list near you.
I don't think it's going to be anything big.
Dude, Galactus's mom made it on a top 10 list. Okay, so
yeah, but it's Galactus's mom, man. It's her mom.
All right, book of the week. Maybe there was a lot of hype with this like 2 weeks ago, right? Ever since that Mando, Baby Yoda, whatever cover came out, then this one was really basically second on base, right? A lot of people were talking about this. This is one of those books that I was talking about, though. If you go and check on eBay right now, it's still at cover. It's still the same. So I don't know where the hype is going to be on this, being 3 days from now. But I mean, I ordered 2 copies myself, but that's as far as I went with it. Not really looking too deep or thinking I'm going to become a millionaire. But what are your thoughts, Ozzy?
Yeah, I grabbed a couple copies of this and then the other one as well, the Lucasfilm anniversary variant. But I mean, who knows? If the character Bo-Katan becomes a little bit more pervasive in Star Wars, maybe it catches a little bit of heat. This might be a long term thing.
Because it is first cover, right? There's an argument with it.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with first cover, but I don't know. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I have no idea on cover appearance or not, but I only picked up 1 copy. I'm not gonna go crazy over this one the way everyone else did with the whole Mandalorian one that came out. I think it was issue 17.
Yep.
And look where that is now, though.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah. But no, I'm not specking on this in any way at all.
Yeah. Listen, as much as I've been warming up to some of these Star Wars books as of late, I'm probably gonna skip this one. Yeah, I mean, I get it. First cover appearance of Bo-Katan, but I'm not gonna grab every single first appearance of a Star Wars character. I'm not that much of a fan.
There's too many of them. There's too many of them.
Yeah. And the thing is, at this point, they know. They saw that the hype that the Grogu and the Mandalorian got. So
yeah, no, Uni's got it on the ball.
Yeah, this is first cover. That's what everybody was saying. It's first cover. It's not first appearance.
cover.
No, first cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's first cover, not first appearance. I want to make that clear
Yeah,
just before people are like, "Noob, what are you talking?" No, it's first cover.
Yeah,
and even I know that, and I'm not into Star Wars, but yeah, definitely a long term. And if she's in the comics, it's going to be worth it. Yeah. So 2 copies I got. I'm going to put one away, and we'll see. All right. BC, before we go on to Dynamite Pick of the Week, did you have something you wanted to talk about, say like DC wise? Because you were very strongly convinced that Power Rangers was in DC. So I just want to make sure you're good.
Oh gosh.
No, I just I'm trying to remember, but from DC, I think there was just a minor first appearance in Harley Quinn 13. It even says on the cover Verdict.
Yeah.
That was the only thing for that. I know that there's going to be the second print also of ASM 88, which is the first appearance of Goblin Queen. I don't know if people are still specking on that. I am not. But for those of you who are interested, there's that. Avengers Forever issue 4 is bringing back Thor's granddaughters. So I'm just putting that out there, man. Hey, look, if you want to know more, man, go read fucking Thor God of Thunder issue 8. But,
I would rather pass, but
no, but it's pretty interesting, man. This the whole gore arc, man. But Fantastic Four Reckoning War Alpha issue 1. That was a good read, man. I recommend people pick that up. But one that I think everyone's sleeping on is Maestro, the World War M, issue 1 and 2. Now issue 2 is coming out, but I don't feel like many people even read issue 1 because it actually had the first appearance of Namu, who is actually Namor's daughter.
Well, you put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah,
so,
jeez.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's it's a character, you know what I mean? So no one's speaking of it for some reason, and like I said, I assume maybe not too many people read about it. But number 2 is gonna have her first cover appearance. I think there's the designer variant, and there's gonna be just I think is it a Ji Young Lee? Cover?
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't remember, but there's a cover B that also has her. So there's 2 covers that's gonna have her. That's it.
Nice.
There's also one
Moonlit in the house. What's going on?
Another Star Wars book too, the Darth Vader. With Moff Gideon. Like that's also another long-term hold. Just
I think a lot of those 50th, anniversary variant, whatever, seem to be getting a little bit of love. So see. Tim, Mendoza line newbie. You've been slightly trending up lately. Pressure's on now. Yeah, damn right. UniX is saying stay up on the new Carnage run. Yeah. That released last week, right? Issue 1. And other covers.
Yo, it's wild, man. I'm loving that direction it's going in, man.
Mm-hmm. Too bad it couldn't have been in the movie, eh?
Well, fuck.
So, all right. Well, it's Dynamite Pick of the Week time. And again, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the Newbieverse, you're watching, years down the road, or you are finding this on another planet. We're just showing love, I'm showing love to Dynamite.
Don't pin this on us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just show some love to Dynamite because we don't talk about Dynamite. It's kind of hard to talk about 1,642 and 3/4 covers that come out every week. But
okay, hold on. None of us have seen the slides, right? Obviously, I didn't see. Did you see? I didn't see it. I'm gonna say it's either Barbarella or it's gonna be the Red Sonja David Mack. Those are the 2. If you didn't choose those, I will be disappointed.
Dynamite Pick of the Week.
What the?
Yo, it's $50, man. I'm not betting $50, but just the detail, like in the chair, is just ridiculous to me. Like, and I'm more of the art guy. Like, just look up here, man. Like the golden truffles, the chair, the shadow of the chair,
golden truffles.
Like, it is just. I'm just loving this one for the art. So
that's the hair's so moppy. Did she just come out of the shower or something?
No, I saw that one. I was like,
It's David Mack, bro. Show some love. It's beautiful.
I'm showing love to this one.
Doodoo.
So yeah, but I would not spend $50 on this. I'm just trying to show some love to it. So this is definitely my Dynamite Pick of the Week. That's pretty much it. This damn right, guy. Did
you see Barbarella's hips? Go check those ones.
That's kind of what I'm.
I think she might be lying about something else, but yeah.
Motto.
So just saying. All right. let's get into some comic news, guys, and then let's talk about the cons because it seems like a lot of people went to some cons this week. And we got some talking to do. We got some things to talk about. So let's get through the news of the week. First up, Snyder Cut. Green Lantern actor shares new look at his cut Justice League scene. So basically, we got the Jessica Cruz show coming, right? HBO Max, I think it is. Green Lantern stuff. We're going to see some characters. But everybody's making a big deal about this because it was cut and then they showed it and give the fans what they want, this and that. And everybody was saying, oh my God, the suit is cool, this, that. I mean, it just kind of looks like Green Lantern stuff. So like, I don't know. Like I've got the bar very low on this, even though Green Lantern is probably my favorite DC character. Well, what are your thoughts here, guys? Because like, is this big news? Is this old news? Like, I don't think we're gonna get anything or people going crazy for this until that HBO show does come back. So what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, Green Lantern is not on my radar, so I passed by this news. Yeah, sorry.
Bro, is this the Snyder cut after the Snyder cut after the Snyder cut? Like, I don't understand what happened. They left this out after there was a Snyder cut.
Yeah,
maybe
they're trying to bring Spotlight back again to the Snyder cut for some reason. I don't know.
Is that how much they have no faith in Green Lantern that they say, hey guys, we had so much footage that we're gonna release a 4-hour movie. Oh, but fuck, we're gonna leave out Green Lantern again. Just Jesus.
I think they might be waiting for like I don't know if it's solely on Jessica Cruz, but like whatever the Lantern HBO show is going to be that is supposedly hitting, airwaves, right? Like next year, I think. I think they might be waiting for that. Who knows? Like maybe they don't want to give too much. I mean, with every like the success that other properties are getting, I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid. Like you said, man, they just brought out like a 4-hour movie. They couldn't have added like 20 seconds of this. I think it's just kind of.
But that's what I'm saying is they had the opportunity to like right their wrongs and do this, and they didn't do it even again. So I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean. I don't really have much to add except listen. It was a directorial decision by Snyder, and I'm sure this is not the only scene that's been cut off. Like we're acting like I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that probably didn't make it to the cutting room.
For sure.
Even though it was a very long movie. Honestly, I'm kind of indifferent about this news. It's we got 4 hours. How much more do we need?
Yeah.
Yo, I still haven't seen the Snyder Cut, man.
Really?
I haven't seen it.
I'm not surprised. So.
I don't have 4 hours to like my wife's seen it and like her cousin, they've seen it. I have not seen it yet, man. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay not seeing it.
And if I'm not mistaken, who is he playing? Is it Jon Stewart?
I mean, I don't know. Like probably like if I had to be a betting man, probably.
Yeah. Like I just don't understand why it was left out.
But see, I would love to know where, because again, and this is just from FOMO, this is from Spec, this is from investing stuff. This came out and that book didn't really do much. Like people weren't posting it, people weren't going crazy. They didn't make a top 10 list, right? Like, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's interesting to me, like the whole concept of it, right? Because we know how this stuff works, right? There's a picture, there's a leak, there's a confirmation, everything related to a character in that world just goes up, and we haven't really heard anything. So, but
look, I don't want to go on a complete like rant over Marvel, DC, whatever. Like
you will.
No, but it's just if they wanted to do this, man, just do it and do it right. Fucking, if there was so much extra footage, I'm positive the fans would have soaked it all in, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they had to botch it and rush it and then release it and then re-release it and give us 4 hours worth. Like, just, man, take your time and just make these fucking...
I think it was an issue. The studio had an issue with, I think, Snyder initially. And I think it's only because of the fans' uproar. I think that's kind of what got Warner, AOL, whatever, to cave in.
And then they even like sort of handcuffed him on what he could do. Like they even took a lot of money away from him. He was shooting scenes in his driveway. Like,
really?
Yeah, he shot the Ben Affleck scene in his driveway, I think, with like a handheld camera. Yeah, because they told him he could not spend more money on shooting. So yeah, it was just a weird layout to that movie. So,
Wow.
anyways.
Green Lantern coming
Green
to
Lantern.
theaters and a TV near you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Bad news. Bad news. Terrible news. The MCU's Illuminati won't include Tony Stark, and it could be featured instead. But we know how this goes. When people come and say it's not happening, 9 out of 10 times it's probably happening. So who knows? Maybe we do get AI Tony Stark. I don't think we're going to get Tony Stark, but maybe we get Tony Stark AI. But recently, where is it? One of the creators or producers for the movie said that I would love to see Tony again, but some rumors are just rumors. Wow, this could be misdirection. It probably isn't. While fans want to see Robert Downey Jr. return to the MCU, even a multiversal variant appearing in Doctor Strange 2 would undercut the way his journey ended. And that's the big thing, right? So that's why I've always said it's probably going to be AI Tony Stark, because they could literally just maybe have the voice or something, not necessarily him or a different variant. But yeah, it would just undercut the whole thing. But I've been on this. I've said that there's no way that he would return, especially not for Illuminati. I think it's just kind of pointless. And I don't think Marvel wants to pay him like $25 million just to appear in Illuminati stuff here and there. But this does change who might take his seat, right? If it's not AI Tony Stark, it could be some different adaptation. It could be a different team of Illuminati that they go to. So could be something, could be nothing, but it's worthy of comic news. What are your thoughts, Mr. Ozzy?
I don't think that we're done with Mr. Robert Downey Jr. at all. I think he's going to be around for a bit. Like, I mean, the money that they could pay him, like, they'll just make it back. Like, I think money is really not an issue. Like, he has been the face of the MCU for how long? So I think they're going to need him. We've talked about this. I think they're going to need him to tie in certain things. So he is going to be around in whatever form that is, if it's AI or whatever. Like,
maybe flashbacks too, right?
yeah. So, but in whatever form it's going to be, I think he'll be there with the Illuminati. I don't know. Like, yeah, am I upset about that? I don't know. But I'd love to see Robert Downey Jr.'s face and him doing something in the future, 100%.
I'm not fucking buying it, man. I didn't buy Andrew Garfield. I didn't buy Tobey Maguire. I'm not buying this shit either.
Adam Warlock.
Yeah, it's fucking happening. You know it's gonna happen. And I'm telling you, I strongly believe the Tom Cruise thing is gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
Please stop.
And I know everyone
Please stop.
I know everyone says, ugh, I hope not, blah blah blah. Dude, just think of this, okay? Marvel, the MCU, they love to troll, man. They love to troll the fans. Didn't we just get in Spider-Man? They were all pointing at each other exactly like the goddamn meme, right? There was a poster going around. What if Marvel was casted in the 90s? Everybody was talking. They weren't talking about War Machine being casted by Cuba Gooding Jr. They were talking about Iron Man being casted by Tom Cruise. Everybody was like, yo, watch. I'm telling you, they're going to play with us. I have a feeling.
Hype, bring some sense to this, please.
Wrong person. Listen, I have a sneaky suspicion that we will get RDJ in some form back in the MCU. Maybe not in the Illuminati, maybe as AI. My issue with the whole thing is, look, he had a pretty big send off in Endgame, and I've always been of the belief, like, look, if you're gonna give us that ultimate payoff, stick to it. I just feel like, look, I was a big fan of his Iron Man character, but we got to move on. And the thing is, if they're looking to build new stars in the MCU, they can't keep latching on to guys that aren't going to stick around for much longer in terms of like projects. Like, focus on, because like that's how they even made household names out of Chris Hemsworth to begin with. Like when he started Thor 1, like, yeah, he was known, but not so much in the mainstream. So they kind of have to do the same service for these other up and comers, like, the newer, younger cast. So I just feel, I don't know. I just hope that Marvel doesn't like put all their eggs in one basket, so to speak, and just kind of bring out these old guards just to kind of because they know that it's just gonna pop, you know,
Yeah,
pop a
they
number.
gotta. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
But I just, dude, like I was saying though, for the whole Tom Cruise thing, I really think it's just gonna be a one-off in this movie. Like it's just,
Oh yeah.
it won't be anything more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to handing off the batons for these new younger characters. You see it happening. It happened with Hawkeye, Doctor Strange is with America, with Iron
Sam
Man, with Riri,
Alexander, Iron Lad, Iron
So
Patriot.
they're using what they've established to set up the future. That's it.
For the comment, Krasinski, I don't think so. The one from Marvel, sorry. But Tom Cruise, I don't know, man. I keep seeing so many leaks, just like we saw the Doctor Strange leaks of him with the handcuffs. I want to say, man, it almost seems like it is going to happen. That's all I'm saying.
And
a troll? No, it wouldn't be a troll, but it would be more like they're going to make it happen for that one movie, and I think that's it.
BC, it's also, and I've talked about this, it's also like the Super Bowl, right? It doesn't matter who you get for the Super Bowl halftime show. You look at what the Super Bowl halftime show does for you, and it grosses your sales. Like a lot of those artists, it's not like a big payday for them because it's literally in the contract of like, hey, your after effect after the Super Bowl is going to go up, right? Like you look at some of the bands. Oh, there was a band, I can't remember, but their sales went up like 700% after the Batman movie. And I can't remember what the band was, but similar to Marvel, like people know that like, okay, maybe they're not going to offer me money, but like if I go and do this role, I'm going to be seen by a lot of people, and who knows, right? So like it does have that effect. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right or anything, but it is something to kind of think about. So just saying. Speaking of passing the baton, we've got some Moon Knight news. So now we all know Moon Knight episode runtimes leaked ahead of the series next week. So we've got every Wednesday, episode 1 is going to be an hour or 50 minutes. Episode 2 and 3 are going to be 51 minutes. So you get that 60 seconds extra. For episode 4, it includes 5 minutes of credits as well. So keep that in mind. And then that's pretty much it. It's supposed to be six episodes, but it only shows 4. So I'm not sure. But yeah, for episode 4, each episode will include 5 minutes of credits as well. So that means that 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess 5, 6 if it happens. I didn't know it was just going to be 4. Is all going to have end credits. So make sure you watch till the end. But that's pretty good. I mean, at least we know, right?
Yeah, I don't care if it's 5 minutes or 500 minutes. I'm watching every single minute of it. So I'm so looking forward to this. I don't know if they're going to have end credit scenes. Like, I mean, some of the other shows had longer end credit scenes, but there was nothing in them other than like little clips from that. Like,
I mean, the Hawkeye one made me fucking watch that musical.
They're doing another one apparently. So.
Yeah, fuck. And Ant-Man. AOA with the super chat. Replace Tony with cooler variant. AOA. That's crazy talk. All right. Say that out loud. And that's crazy. All right. But thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. Very humbled by it. I don't think that they should replace Tony Stark, by the way. BC, what are your thoughts on the end credits? What are your thoughts on the fact that now you know, hey, babe, you know what? I just got to watch the show for 51 minutes. Leave me alone for 51 minutes. You can tell your wife, leave me alone for 51 minutes. What are your thoughts on knowing this and what to expect?
I'm pretty much with Ozzy on this one. Like, whether it's 4 episodes, 40 episodes, 45 minutes, or 4 hours,
I'm there.
watching it.
Yeah.
Don't say 4 hours because the Snyder Cut was 4 hours. I didn't watch it. There's 2
but I'm just not. I don't know. Like, this isn't so, oh my god, big news to me. I'm okay. Well, there you go. So they released 4 episodes early for people to watch.
Yeah.
Cool. Like I said, 4 episodes, 40 episodes. It doesn't change anything for me. I'm watching the shit out of this. I can tell you that much. I'm hyped as hell. Looks amazing. I remember when we all saw the first trailer, we're like, man, it's got that Noob Saibot vibe to him. You know what I mean? From Mortal Kombat. Yeah. But no, man. The more I'm seeing, the more this looks amazing. The costume, all of it, man. Just, I'm super pumped for it. Bonus, the extra credits, sure. great. Like there's nothing more to say. Like 5 minutes, 50 minutes. Okay, cool. I'm excited. Like,
All right, so stop adding words. Let Hyper talk.
fine.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, I actually figured that the runtime would actually be long, considering it's only 6 episodes. So, yeah, this is gonna be a day one watch for me when it comes out. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Yeah, but I'll say this much: I'm actually not in that camp where the trailers actually wowed me. I'm actually going into this despite the trailers. I don't know. I just found that the trailers they were great, but it's like, yeah, it wasn't like blowing my hair back or anything like that. So
You have no.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a
shut
shut
up.
up.
Shut up.
I don't know how,
Pulling your hat back.
how that works.
It's an expression, you.
Is it?
That was actually pretty funny.
All right, guys.
Whatever little hair I have on the head.
Just like flowing locks, just like
Yeah.
We got some
That's why,
Riri
because the
news.
previous trailer did blow my hair back. This is why I'm left with a shaved head.
Fucking hype.
gosh.
Yeah, hopefully people aren't expecting to meet Hyper and expecting long hair. No, it's like he's got shaved. But yeah, we got some Riri news, and out of this article came a few things. So one, there's going to be 6 episodes for the Ironheart. 2, it is confirmed she's going to show up in Black Panther 2. So if you didn't believe it before, or if you had your question mark about it, it's kind of confirmed she will be in the Black Panther 2. They're going to introduce some point. She could be in the movie. She could be in the end credits. She just could be mentioned. That's pretty much as far as it is. But they are also looking at finding and casting a non-binary character for Ironheart. Now, if you don't know what non-binary character means, that's fine. I didn't know. I actually had to Google it because I didn't know. It's basically, and it actually says it in the article, Marvel's looking for a non-binary, genderqueer, or gender fluid actor of any ethnicity who is in their 20s or late 30s. Binary is an umbrella term for gender identities that are neither male or female. So basically, I don't know what that means, but they're looking for a character. Now, there are some characters who are non-binary in comics, and the article does go to say that although there are some characters in Marvel Comics that have that kind of character, none of them actually relate or connect to Riri. So it could be a total left field, but they're looking for someone with like, I think it says right here, yeah, extremely intelligent, skewed, and poised. So who knows what kind of character that is, but it's interesting to know that maybe they're going like way left field here. Kind of interested, but again, the fact that it's going to be in Black Panther 2, the fact that it's 6 episodes, I'm looking forward to this. I think we're going to get an origin story here for sure. So I'm just saying this could be bigger than people expect, especially because Black Panther 2 is coming out in November. So I suggest everybody hold your Riri books until November. Ozzy, take it away.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Riri because I think, like I said, they're handing off the quote unquote batons to this new character, and I'm hopeful that we get this new sort of team building with these younger characters as well. I think we're gonna have Tony in some form in Black Panther 2 as well. Just to help Riri get associated, get acclimated into that whole realm. But that's just me. That's just what I think.
Do you see it in like an AI form?
Some sort of form, like because that can harken back to the comics as well, like just kind of guiding her along. She's gonna need a bit of a mentor, right? And who else can she kind of turn to? But
War Machine.
Yeah. But I don't know. I still think we're gonna get something like that. I could be wrong.
I'm just sad. I heard binary and I'm like, what? Huh?
I'm not gonna touch it. Yeah.
But no. I was saying Carol Danvers. That's what I thought. That's what we were going.
No.
And then thank you for clearing that up, Newbie. But seriously, I really don't give a shit. I don't know why it's so detailed as to that's what they're casting. I don't know. But other than that, like Ozzy was saying, I'm just excited for the show. It's when did this go out? This is new. They're still casting for the show.
Yeah. Well, the show's not going to be done until like 2023, but I mean, I don't know. It could be something last minute. I mean, obviously they're probably have already like started filming or doing, whatever story they want to do. So we'll see. But still, I mean, there's a lot of information here in the whole article, right? We get 6 episodes, so we know the episodes are going to be 6. We know she's confirmed now to be in Black Panther 2. What role? We don't know. How long? We don't know. Is it an end credit? Is it a scene? Is it half a movie? Who knows? So all that is pretty interesting in itself. And again, people forget Black Panther's coming out in November, right? So
Yeah,
All right.
listen, whoever this character is, if the character is whack, I don't really care what gender they identify themselves with. So
same.
yeah, at the end of the day, let's just focus on the actual quality of the character and what gender or genders they
Agreed. Yeah.
see themselves. So yeah.
Yeah, RP is going to go Black Panther, Armor Wars, then Ironheart. That's kind of where they're going to go. So by the time we actually get to Ironheart, her origin or her like foundation is probably going to be already in play. But again, I'm advising everybody to hold their Riri stuff until September, until October for a trailer or a leak over the summer. I mean, if you've held them on to this long, I don't think there's a reason to sell them because it's going to go up. So now I did see a comment by UniX like, hey, are Riri books going to be doing similar to what Miss Marvel did? BC, I know you own the book and I'm interested to hear your take, but where do we begin? I mean, I get the character. I love it. She's Canadian. She's from Mississauga. I'm going to be in Mississauga next week. Mississauga is in the GTA. Mississauga is like 40 minutes away from me. It's a Canadian actress. I'm trying to show some love and as much love to Canadian, actress as much as I can. I'm going to watch the show regardless, but I do think that this trailer showed me 2 things. One, it is very much like a Scott Pilgrim vibe. They're kind of going like more for like the younger crowd. And 2, obviously, like this article says, I'm not happy with how the powers were made. Like she's supposed to be almost like Mr. Fantastic. In this way, she's almost like a Green Lantern, right? Like that's the one thing that a lot of people are saying. It's like she kind of reminds me of like Green Lantern now. So where do we go from there, right? It seems like they're going to be playing with like maybe marketing because she does have those like, right there. She's got the clamp, I don't know, those wristband things or whatever, and that's how she activates her powers. So
I think they're the nega bands, man.
the mega, yeah, whatever. But there are some people saying that, hey, that connects her to like Shang-Chi and stuff. I don't know, but I don't know where this goes, man. And I get how people are like skeptical on like, oh shit, if this is how the books are going to be, maybe the other characters like Sam Alexander, Riri, that could happen. I don't see it happening. I think those characters are good. I just think the fact that they're kind of going a different direction, the powers aren't the same, and they kind of went like making it seem like it's for younger generation. I think that's what hurt it. I really do.
Dude, I agree. Sorry to cut off, but it's just I just didn't enjoy anything in the trailer. I get it. Yeah, the way it's filmed and it has that, like I was saying, the Scott Pilgrim vibes to it. Like it's okay, but it's just I hated that they changed how she got her powers. It just none of it to me even made sense by watching the trailer, and you're trying to piece together how they may be explaining her origin story, but I'm not feeling it. That's number one. And number two, I know you have high praises for this actress, but man, I do not feel like I'm watching Kamala Khan when I look at her. I do not, man. She doesn't fit for me. I don't know. Normally, Marvel is on point with their casting. I'm not feeling it.
Listen, it's for this reason I don't really put too much stock in trailers, generally in movies or shows. And I'm just gonna go off of, previous track records with MCU shows. For the majority, I have enjoyed it for the most part. So, for that reason, I'm gonna give this obviously a chance. And I'll see how it plays out. I will agree when I saw the trailer, I got more of, for you Canadian viewers, you will know what I'm talking about. It gave me a bit of a Degrassi Next Generation vibe to it when I saw it. So
Drake.
Yeah. So if I was to go off of the trailer, yeah, not really feeling it. But like I said, just based on my previous experience with MCU shows, I'm still gonna have I'm not gonna say high expectations, but I'm not gonna be down on it either.
Ozzy, because you were cut like that
Okay.
was like the most un-Canadian thing these two guys did. Like Hyper didn't even say, "Oh, you know, Ozzy, why don't you go?" Because DC.
Sorry.
I don't care. I don't care. All I'm going to say is, I went to high school with the original Degrassi cast
Oh,
back in the day.
nice.
Whoa,
So
show
I'm
off.
going
He
to
was
say,
in the show.
no. I do
Were you an
not.
extra?
I do not associate with this character whatsoever.
Yeah.
But that being said, I know the origin of this character, and I was really surprised at what they did.
Right?
I don't know what. I have no idea what they're planning. The Shang-Chi thing kind of makes sense, but I don't even know why they did this. Like, do they want to like really separate Reed Richards, like all that stuff? That's so far away. I don't know. It made no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I don't associate with and I agree with BC. I didn't get any like. I really don't know the character that well, but I didn't like. It was kind of flat. That
okay.
trailer. So flat. Like it's yeah.
But okay, a comment that was made is if this can hit like Scott Pilgrim, then Marvel will be very, very happy. 100%. That's why I was saying like the animation, like the way it was presented within the trailer, you know, with all the little effects going on around, really felt like Scott Pilgrim. But when I'm looking at this character, like I said, and it's funny because Kamala Khan is cosplaying, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. I feel like this actress is cosplaying Kamala Khan. Like she does not feel like Kamala Khan at all. It does not look like anything. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. And then when you add the whole lack of origin story that stays anywhere close to true as to who she is, you know what I mean? It's just how she gets her powers. It's just I don't feel it, man. It's just I was watching it. I'm like, this almost feels like it belongs on the CW network, if you know what I'm saying.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I think the biggest thing was like, you know, like Ozzy said, right? Like similar to Reed Richards and like that, those are kind of her powers, but like that's kind of so far away that it's like, you know, what's the deal? But I mean, BC, you have the first appearance, you have it raw. And I mean, as much as people were building this book up because like this character's coming, it is not doing so well in the secondary market as it
it's still doing well.
Right?
It's still doing well. So raw, you can still, get $200, $300. I've seen it sell at 300 Canadian even after the trailer dropped, but I get it. Like everyone's saying in the chat, I know it's aimed to a younger crowd. I hope it brings forth a new generation of collectors. I don't think this is going to be the show that's going to do that. I hope it has a hand in it, but there's many more coming. And as we know, they're building the Young Avengers and stuff like that. Definitely, that's what they're aiming to do. But I just felt like of all of them, because even Hawkeye, you know what I mean? We'll say Kate Bishop was younger, but they have other characters where you can see they're aiming for the younger crowd. I just feel like this character doesn't do it. Like just as even as a casual fan, I just feel like it's blah. You know what I mean? It was something lacking within the trailer. It's just not hitting for me at all.
I'm with RP, man. I think Feige has a plan. So
yeah, I hope so.
And BC, my questions seem to be directed at you, but that's just simply because out of all of us here on the panel, you own the book, right? You got it super cheap.
I own it too.
Oh, do you? Okay, sorry.
Yes,
I apologize. I was just leaving a
Okay.
pause there for Ozzy to be like, actually, I own it too. But
Yeah, I got 4 copies. No.
But do you guys think that her books reached peak prior to the show? Maybe that was the ceiling all along. Like, because it seems to me like, you know, BC, I wouldn't plan on you holding on to that book for much longer because you're not a fan of the character. You were waiting for this character to come to like
no.
or
it's not that I'm not a fan of the character. Like she's not. Look, it's a book I'm easily willing to let go of if it's going to help me get something else, like Iron Man 55. You know what I mean? But
yeah, of course,
but,
an Iron Man book. Yeah, I got you.
It's fine. I should have said anything else, but
That's
no,
gonna be a clip.
yeah. But yes, no, I do have faith in Feige. I do have all of hope for this, but it's just, do I think that's the ceiling? No, I think it's gonna go even higher. And if they knock it out of the park, God knows how high. But don't forget, she's also going to be in the Marvels. There's a lot more to look forward to for Kamala Khan. I just, like I said, out the gate felt a certain way after watching this. I want to say it's because of the Nega bands or whatever it is. It was just the whole origin story kind of threw me off. I was like, okay, well, this is totally different. What the hell are they doing? You know what I mean? It was kind of like, and don't get me wrong, I felt the same way with Spider-Man. When we got Spider-Man Tom Holland, everybody was leaving Homecoming like, oh my God, that was amazing. I'm like, that is not fucking Peter Parker. What the fuck did I just watch? You know what I mean? It didn't feel like Peter Parker because of his Aunt May knowing, everybody's knowing, and like, what the hell's going on? But look at the payoff. Okay, the payoff was the last Spider-Man movie. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna go into this with an open mind, but out the gate, I felt a certain way. That's all.
One run that I'm probably gonna look to read is probably that Totally Awesome Hulk run, because I know that Kamala Khan and Shang-Chi were part of that Protectors team. So, that might be because you guys mentioned like the common bands and all that. So I don't know. There might be something in it in that run. Because that's the only connection I can see right now.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I've been reading like a lot of articles with people just being like, this is setting something up with like Shang-Chi and like, this and that. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we obviously know Shang-Chi is coming. He's kind of an Avenger, I guess you could say. The rings are going to be an important part of this next phase.
Yeah.
Me and BC have talked about that many times. And, I think if you haven't, come to that conclusion yet, I think, you're mistaken. I think those rings are going to have a big, massive impact on the movies, Eternal, Shang-Chi, all that stuff. I think it's going to, kind of wrap towards itself. So, yeah.
What about just a quick little thought? Knowing that she's going to be in the Marvels movie coming up, what if, because her powers are more sort of in line with Carol Danvers and Spectrum? I'm not saying it's going to be Spectrum, but that, you know what I mean? Like there would be a continuity in how their powers look in terms of like an aesthetic thing as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just a thought.
The only thing, and BC, you've heard me say this, right? Because like the article said, right? Like her powers just seem to be kind of like Green Lantern. But the one thing that I literally keep telling people, and people aren't really talking about it, is the fact that, and we always go back to talking about how like Marvel trolls us and things like that. It's like they are notorious for what they put in their trailers, what they want us to see, right? We can all agree on that. Why in the trailer did she say, I feel cosmic? And it literally like slowed down when she said it. You can go watch the trailer, and the way she says it, it's like a focal point because it goes into like action, and then it's like, I just feel cosmic. Like I think that they're pointing to something. So I don't know, man. I know we all know that the cosmic stuff is coming, but like I think it's gonna tie something in. I don't know. I just think that was bigger than what people are not talking about.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree, but we all know that's the route it's going, right? She's envying Captain Marvel. You see her in her Captain Marvel suit, and then she's gonna team up with her in the Marvels. So they're gonna go the cosmic route with them. But like I said, I'm dead fixated on what those bands are and how they're gonna be tweaking her origin story, man. And are they gonna completely dodge the Inhumans side? You know what I mean?
But it's also there's also a comment, and sorry to cut you off, but there was a comment, and I was trying to get it, but like comments just keep coming. But somebody had said, and I think it was like Paul, but he had said, he's like, oh, these bands, $50 at the Disney store, right? There's also that marketing ability with it too. So like if it's directed for a younger generation and you're telling me that you're going to put these things on something, I know the feeling. I know growing up wanting like, you know, a sword or a gun from like one of the cartoons or something I watched. I can totally see that happening. So if they can make some money off the character and get this younger generation to buy these bands for like $50 or whatever, it's going to happen, right? So markability is huge in this, right? They all want to get their money too. So just saying.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. To change someone's entire origin story just for bands, like, I don't know.
BC of the Stank of Inhumans, they could only go the cosmic route for now. Yeah, we'll see. Can't sell stuff. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. No spec of the week this week, no market talk, but let's talk about the con because there was some American friends that went to the con. And then this actually, no, hold on. Sorry. Before we move on from comic news, other comic news that I need to show out is guys. Huge news, and these guys already know, and I think some of you in the chat already know, but Whatnot is officially coming to Canada. There was a selection of a few people. I was selected to be one of them, so we're going to see how this works. But basically, it's going to work the same way. I'm going to be selling. I'm probably going to start selling in about 2 weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Go follow me. The best advice I can give you, and then hopefully I put out some good books. Don't worry about the shipping. Whatnot's going to be taking care of all that jazz, so don't think that it's going to be crazy shipping. It's going to run the exact same way as if you were buying something from the U.S., so just keep that in mind, okay? Hard Knocks, I know you left a comment. Yeah, it's going to be similar shipping. It's not going to be expensive, so yeah. Don't worry. But I did want to throw that out there. I want to thank everybody who actually like posted it. So like I know Rocksteady, I know Justice Nemesis Prime, my brother, all the way out in Jersey. He posted it to follow me. So I appreciate everybody who followed me. But it will be coming to Canada and other Canadians. So I know Ozzy wants to be on there. I know BC wants to be on there. So that is going to happen shortly. So hopefully Newbie and these people that were selected don't mess it up for everybody else. But Whatnot is officially going to be in Canada, I believe, as of this week. So make sure you guys go check it out.
Nice.
Congrats, brother.
Yeah, man. All right, let's talk about the cons. And Ozzy, I'm going to start it off to you because obviously Hyper and BC didn't go to a con. But what did you think of the con, man? Like the prices, the atmosphere. Obviously here, COVID probably wasn't even a thing. But what were your thoughts, man?
It was a busy day that we went. There was a ton of people, which is good to see, right? Like you said, there was a mix. Like, there were some comic book booths there. There was a lot of pops. There was a lot of toys, a lot of art. I don't know. Like, I think if you're actively searching for deals, you could probably find it. But for the most part, it was pretty expensive, like we felt last year as well. But I don't know. I came away with a few deals, one specifically, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Stole it from me?
Stole it from you. But did I get a smoking deal? No. Did I get like just below FMV? For sure. Like that's what I go after. I got, a few other books. But yeah, I can understand why people would think it's just like super crazy expensive. But it was fun to get out.
Yeah.
It was fun to hang out with you guys. That was the biggest part. If I didn't buy a single book, I would be happy and content hanging out with you guys for a few hours, talking comics, looking through books. Like there wasn't, we weren't like shuffling through books the whole time. We were wandering around. We were seeing other things. It was fun, right?
Yeah.
So
no, I had a blast. And Ozzy, to your point, right? Like if you were to go and not buy books, I didn't buy one book.
Right,
like,
you had fun.
0 book, but I had a blast meeting people and like, just checking everything out. The things that I came across or away with rather was, I think we were all in agreement that, the comics seem to be like the same ones from like November. The prices were a little crazy. I know BC, I sent you some books because I knew you were looking for them. Iron Man 55 comes to, Jump, stands out, and
it was expensive.
Basically, it was like $900 for a 4.5, and on eBay it's at the same grade as selling at $780. So when you kind of like approached, some of the guys that were dealing, it was kind of like, hey, like it's selling on eBay for this, can we make a deal? And they were basically like, no, man, like zero. And I get that they got to trick, they got to make their money.
He almost Freudian slip. They gotta trick you.
They're trying to make their money, but at the same time, like, it is hard when you're at these things, because it made me like, it just turned me off from like buying, because I'm like, okay, all the books I really want are cheaper on eBay. And that's usually something that no one ever says, right? Like, we never say, oh, eBay's the cheapest. It's usually eBay's like expensive as hell already.
No, I know, but listen, most of these vendors, like you were saying to us earlier, they were always saying, hey, we went 2 years without selling books because of the pandemic and blah blah blah. Bullshit. You could sell online. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not buying this anymore. Let's get over this. But yes, when they book a booth at cons, man, it's pretty pricey. It is expensive. Now, do I care? No. I'm coming there. I'm looking to purchase a book, and if you're not pushing books because you're so heavily priced, well, what was the point of booking this booth? You know what I mean? I highly doubt you're gonna catch somebody, so naive to be like, oh my god, yeah, you know what? I really want that Iron Man 55 for $1,000, even though I can pay $700 on eBay. Like, no, you know what I mean? I don't think you'll find a kid that's gonna be like, Daddy, can you buy me this for $1,000? No, strike a deal. You know what I mean? Like Ozzy was saying, he managed to get some deals, but I do understand that, booking a table at a con is pretty pricey, especially when it's the big cons, right? Montreal Comic Con, Toronto Comic Con. We'll talk, obviously, the States Comic Cons as well, New York Comic Con, San Diego. Like, it's expensive. But why those vendors in Toronto were so heavily priced, I don't know, man. Because I can tell you openly, Montreal Comic Con, there's still some good vendors out there, man. Like, I go in and I find some good deals locally, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna assume that was the situation. You know what I mean? They want to make their money, but I do find the pricing not to be the best.
I think the other thing too, though, like Ozzy, and I don't know if you were going to touch on this, but like one of the biggest takeaways that I found was like last November was the last fan expo, right? And it was in the same location. Toronto Comic Con was, it was sponsored by Fan Expo. So you literally had the same guys that were there in November in the same spots, but less of them. And they literally had the same books and they had the same price, if not more.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I've already gone through, like in my head, there was one box that I usually go through Fantastic Four number, like first. That's the first thing that I go to. And I'm going through it and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, I know this next book. Like, it was just like deja vu of like going through the box already. And I'm like, this stuff hasn't moved since last November. Some of these slabs that they had did not move since last November, right? So I was just kind of like confused at that. There was a lot of like, all right, I mean, the prices are like, $250, $300 more. Like even some of the deals that I sent you, right? Like for Sam Alexander, they had it priced at $600 for a 9.8, 25% off.
Yeah.
$450. Okay. But on eBay, it's selling at $350 Canadian. So even then, you're still buying like $100 more, and you can't really get a deal because the vendor's like, well, dude, I'm already giving you 25%, right? So it's like, it was just one of those that really.
Yeah, but he boosted the price by 30% in order to give you 25% off.
Exactly, right. Like, and that just kind of turned me off from everything. So like for me, it was more like hanging out with these guys, talking shop, talking with Ozzy as he stole that fantastic. I'm just kidding. But like for me, it was just more of a hangout. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed my time with these guys, and the cherry on top was the cold burger that cost me $21 Canadian. So,
but Newbie, I just want to ask you guys a question because you both went. You said you saw a lot of the same books from the same vendor. Did you see a lot of the same vendors?
Yeah.
Because I figure Toronto Comic Con is supposed to be a big thing. Like, I've not been ever, but Montreal Comic Con, I'm telling you, I see vendors from all over Canada set up shop. You know what I mean? There's a variety of stuff. You will have, let's say, manga stuff, Funko Pops, and everything else, school bags, artists. But I've noticed that the comic shops, there's the ones that we're very familiar with, but you tend to see new ones popping up every now and then, and those are the guys ready to strike deals, man. But I don't know, man. Like I was saying, I don't find it's right to be pricing so crazy high. Well, not that it's not right. I mean, to each their own. but I'm not gonna buy into the because of the table and I haven't sold in 2 years and like.
But
Come on,
also,
do you want to sell or do you want to sell? Like,
they're also pricing. Like, I mean, the market itself in the past 2 years has boomed, right? So it's like any other business. Like, you see how successful selling comics can be, and I also don't buy. They sold online. It's not that they didn't sell a single book for 2 years. I don't buy that either.
no, yeah.
They had their online stuff. They did well. Like, I mean, because comics took a boom, but that pricing also increased as well. And I think maybe they're trying to take advantage of it. I don't know. Like, that's why they're pricing the way they are. Maybe they're getting more savvy and be like, oh, I see exactly what they're, going for. It's not like you're walking into a shop. The guy really doesn't know anything, and his prices are from 10 years ago, kind of thing.
Well,
Some shops are.
And Hyper knows this too, because Hyper, if I just say one word, you'll know who I'm talking about. But the guy in Kingston.
Oh, yes.
Okay. He was at this show, and he's going to be at the
I was told.
show.
I was told.
So he was at this show, and I'm looking at the stuff that he has, and he literally has the same stuff that he had at the Mississauga show the last time I went with Ozzy. And he literally is telling people, and Ozzy, I think he might have told, I think I might have been with you or Brandon. I can't remember, Mr. Comic Dude. But I was with one of you guys. We were at his booth, and he literally had said, well, I got it priced at this because this character's going to have a movie, and he's going to have, or she or he, I can't remember, is going to do this. And it's like, okay, so then if I sell my house and put it up for $4 million, should I say, well, that's inflation for the year 3000? Like, that's just kind of the same mindset, right? If you're going to sell me on, like, this person might or may have a movie down the road, it's like, you can't, like, I hate when people price like that. Like, you have to price now. What's gas at now? It's now. What is the currency at now? Like, I just don't get it. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is when people are like, well, it's going to happen. So, like, I have to charge you an extra. And it's like, why would you charge me an extra? If this person doesn't show up in your 3 to 4 year away from now movie, what good does it do me? Right. So, like, I never understood that, man. And I bring this up because, like, I'm literally hearing this more and more. Sometimes when I talk to eBay sellers, sometimes when I talk to, like, just local people, sometimes people that I meet through deals on, like, say, Facebook or Kijiji or Craigslist, like, all this, they always say the same thing. It's becoming one of those trends where it's like, well, this character is going to be in a movie in like 3 years. So that's why I have it priced at this. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no one is going to pay this for that right now. Like,
But I think future pricing, like, happens for sure, but it happens, right?
Yeah.
But I think then it gives you the opportunity to seek out those deals. Like, we just do inherently, and they are out there, but it's definitely getting harder to do. I will say one thing. I did talk to a couple of vendors, and the one thing that I guess it's advantageous to seek out these vendors is they come into big collections. Like, I talked to a couple of guys that went down to the States the past 6-7 months and bought big collections. Some of the books were there, so that's part of it as well. How they price it is another thing, but these guys do seek out big old collections, so there's that, and you just have to find those people that do that and seek the books that they get. I know you guys feel a little bit differently about it, but
for me, it's the whole future pricing thing. Like, I think it's full of shit, and like everyone's saying within the comments, like, especially as a shop, don't come at me with the future pricing stuff where, like Newbie said, the character is going to show up in 3 years. You know what you do? You take your $5 bill and you say, hey, look, Abraham Lincoln's on here. He might be in the 5th fucking movie of the Avengers. So, hey, this is now worth $50. Fuck you. Give me the book. Like,
isn't Abraham Lincoln killing vampires in one movie?
Maybe. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's idiotic. I've never understood it. The future pricing, and I get it. Like, example, I don't know, man. Take Riri Williams, the Ironheart issue 1 that you have slabbed. Yeah, like, okay, you know what I mean. It's leveled off at a point where it makes sense. You know what I mean. Raw, you can still get it for $20, even though we know she's coming to the MCU. We'll say $40. Okay, we'll say $40.
Don't.
I'll say $40.
Okay,
but at $40, I can understand, but the market has dictated it's sitting comfortably at $40. If I were to go to a con and the guy wants to sell it to me at $100, you know what I mean? And I have seen things like that take place where people are like, yeah, but dude, you know, she's coming to the MCU, blah blah blah. And it's $100. Like, it's $60 more than I can get it anywhere else. Like, what's the point?
Then don't buffer them. Like, you just move on. Like,
Yeah, and sometimes you kind of know, right? And I get it; they're trying to make a living, right? Because people are like, "Well, noob, you know, they're trying to make a living," and I totally get that, 100%. But it's like I saw one of the comments, right? Somebody was like, "Oh, you know, eventually they're gonna get tired of, you know, lugging all this stuff." And there was this one vendor, and Ozzy, you know who I'm talking about? It's that that one guy that has everything in U.S. prices, and he was from the state, right? And he's got
I'm getting the deal.
Yeah,
by the
he's
way,
getting a great deal. And then he literally has in the fine print, like, all prices in US add 30%. And you're just like, what the fuck? But he literally, dude, and again, I just had deja vu where I'm like, all these books, I'm literally looking at one book being like, this next book is going to be this. He's got 3 copies of this. He's got this, because it was literally, he didn't sell anything. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, at what point do you look at a price and go, okay, am I just hoarding this? Am I just keeping this? Or do I really want to sell it? Because I'm clearly not selling it at my price. You know, what's going on here? That's just kind of, I don't know, man. I usually price my stuff with like a $20 buffer where I'm like, okay, if I put something up for 200, it's probably selling at 180. So in that way you come up to me and say, hey, can I, 180? Perfect. Because that's usually what it's going for. Right? Like, that's just kind of how I've always done business, or I usually put it at like where it is, and that's it, right? Because then that way people can't be like, oh man, I can't even get a deal. It's ridiculous. It's like, man, that's what it's selling for. And I'm comfortable saying no to people because that's what it is. Nobody wants to take a loss on money, but like, man, future pricing, come on, man. Give me a break. I want to go to my job then tomorrow and be like, dude, with inflation, I want future salary for now. Right?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
But Hyper is gonna know who I'm speaking of. Marvell here is in the chat, and dude, we've literally seen it. Like, we have fucking print screens of it because it was hilarious. But literally, someone was trying to sell a book within our circle, and they were dropping the future pricing thing on us, and we're like,
Yeah.
you gotta be shitting me, bro. Like, you're asking a ridiculous price for something that just doesn't add up at all. Like, even his story was complete stupidity, but that exists, man. Sadly, it really does. And you know what to do, man. Just say, okay, thank you, and go shop somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm super nice.
And find that deal that you want somewhere else, because they're out there, right? It's like,
unless you're going after like an Action Comics 1 or something like that, then it's like, okay, you're gonna have to make a deal.
Like, I mean, then you go to the the auctions and stuff like that, and that's where you can hopefully score a deal.
Yeah, I that's just the biggest thing, right? There was 3 books I was going for, trying to upgrade my Iron Man 1. It didn't happen because, again, the price was just ridiculous. Then I tried to get Iron Man 55, and again, I was trying to say like, hey, it's $150 more here than it is on eBay. The guy was like, well, with shipping, it would add up, and I'm like, all right. So I turn around, and then the 3rd book, obviously, Ozzy stole from me. But I'm kidding. But yeah, no. Ozzy, do you have your books? I know.
Yeah, I have.
X actually asked like a few times, but do you want to maybe show off the books?
I can just show a couple of them.
Okay, 'cause here's what I got.
Doing
nothing.
Oh, so you got the bad idea.
Yeah.
9.0. Oh, nice.
I picked up that guy.
Nice.
You've been after that for a while too. I know.
Oh, it's my second copy.
Okay.
Yeah, a second copy. Just a couple of books here. Drac turned me on to this, the Sienkiewicz cover.
I have this one. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
The negative space.
The negative space, yes. This was, where'd it go? It's right here. Where'd it go? I just had it. This one here. I have been looking for this one.
Brother Voodoo.
I'm big on second appearances and origin stories, so it's in pretty good shape. Gave it to me $40, so it's not bad.
It looks super
yeah, it's pretty good. It is pretty clean, yeah. It's got a little bit of foxing, but it's pretty clean. And then finally, the book that I stole from Newbie.
So are you okay putting the dollar amount so we can make?
Yeah,
this
I'll say
score?
the dollar amount. I don't
Okay,
care.
so
Yeah.
basically the book was up for $650, and then Ozzy said, "I'll give you $600," and then I said to the guy, "I'll give you $575," and the guy took Ozzy's deal, meaning
kidding.
Ozzy stole the deal and the book from me.
Wait, hold up.
Whoa,
Back
whoa.
up.
I thought you said. I
So-
thought you said
so wait, actually-
he offered 6, and he's like, no, it's 650.
Wait.
Well, that's
back
it.
up.
You didn't even give me a deal.
So Newbie was trying to chirp on Ozzy's deal.
No,
I'm
I'm just joking. We're just joking.
Yeah, I'm just joking around, man. Like I literally, as Ozzy was paying the money and Ozzy wanted me to take a picture of this transaction, I was like, "Oh, I'll give you $575," and the guy just laughed, and I was like, "All right."
Well,
I'm
see
kinda
that trick would have worked if the guy probably didn't know that you guys were together.
Well, Ozzy gave me his phone. He's like, "Hey, take a picture."
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, show it off, man. And honestly, it's a very clean looking
Oh,
copy.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
So,
nice.
Fantastic Four, number 50, 4.5.
Yeah.
First appearance of Wyatt Wingfoot, and a classic Silver Surfer
Kirby.
cover.
Kirby
Third
cover, yeah.
appearance of Silver Surfer as well. So yeah, man, it is.
It'll go nicely with my 49. So
49. And
Yeah.
you hate 48. You don't
I
like
will
it.
not get a 48.
I think you have 51, you have 52, and you have 53 now. So I mean, you kind of have.
Ozzy, you're not a fan of the Marilyn Monroe Watcher cover?
Yeah, I love that one.
The toga? No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of that. No,
Yeah.
but I'm happy to have that.
Toga.
Toga.
And you know what though, Ozzy, you did score a really nice deal, man, in that book. It's way cheaper than eBay, so you did do like really good. And again, I saw the book for myself, like it is.
It's in nice shape. Yeah.
Really nice shape. And
Yeah.
again, you've got 49, you've got 50, 51, 52, 53 now. You got that. So congratulations, man. And I think it would have been better for you because for me, I mean, as much as I love Fantastic Four and I got it, I don't have the trifecta or any of those books in that area. So like it just would have been a standing alone duck with, I got 50. It's like,
Yeah.
cool, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm happy to get that.
That's a
So,
nice duck, though. Fuck.
yeah, dude, it's nice, man. So
thank
and
you.
I think it's an
Especially-
undervalued book too, right? When you think of that trifecta, it's a very undervalued book.
Like I mean, for from what I paid for my 3.5 and my 49, it's like, it's definitely. I think it's an undervalued book. Like
You know
we
that-
talked about, I'm like, I think it's, it hasn't seen its potential yet. So
Yeah, I agree.
I
I agree.
think
49 is on my wish list. On my 2020.
Dude,
this was on my 2020. This was on my 2022 hunt list wish list.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I can check that off.
Beautiful.
I think me and BC are still tied 2-2 for our wish list.
What's
kinda
the,
like-
sorry, what do you have to do if who loses? Remind me again. You have to eat.
No,
something?
it's not a who finishes first. Is if we do not get our Grail books for 2022 at the end of the year, that means we can never buy them in our lifetime. That's the
Or
deal.
like for the next like year.
no for a lifetime.
Lifetime.
Just bro,
Really?
it's been made clear. Omega Red made it very clear. We cannot.
Who's going to monitor that?
Oh, it's supposed to be him. We're still gonna buy it anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just won't post it. I just won't post it.
But no, that the goal is to get it done.
Or
in
have them
2022.
over for dinner? Or
Yeah, wait, what's that? Yeah. But I mean, again, for me, like it's not really crazy. I mean, I've got FF Annual 2, I've got FF 45, FF 52. So like they're not crazy books that like I have to go take a bank loan out of. Like a lot of them are, you just got to find the right deal and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I will say, man, I'm hunting mine, but like it's hard to find the deals. Ironically, so 49 is one of them for Fantastic Four. You have ASM 238, which Ozzy put up the other day. I was like, fuck. There's
Goblin.
New Mutants 98, and then there's Iron Man 55.
Yeah. Oh, and Iron Man 55 too is for me too.
Yeah, that I will beat Newbie to the punch. That I
don't think
guarantee.
so, man. I mean, I probably could have. I think I maybe already bought one, and maybe it's like already on the way.
So we
How do
have
you
some
know that?
we have some overlapping books between us.
So
Yes, we do. We do.
Hype. What are your books? Just really quickly.
So first off, I'm actually also now 2 for 6. So
Yeah.
I'm tied with both of you. So Hulk 181, got it. Uncharted, I posted that. I just got it.
Yep. 9.6. Yep.
Yeah. The other
Which hyper, not an easy book to come by either.
no, and I posted the CGC census, only
Yeah.
31 graded, and you would
Wow.
think, okay,
Wow, really?
maybe they just didn't grade them, but even the 31 graded, only less than half of them came back a 9.6 and above. So, yeah, so the remaining 4 that I've yet to get, but I will get, is ASM 252.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's obtainable. That's obtainable.
Yeah,
I have one.
But,
You
but
want
the
it?
thing is, I would probably, I mean, ideally, I would like that. That's a book that I'm trying to get in a high grade. Like, I'm not gonna settle for like a 7 or an 8.
I have one. Do you want it?
Are you actually selling it though?
Oh yeah, man. I gotta get to my other grails.
Okay, well, we'll talk. We'll see if you're actually serious though. But yeah. So ASM
Making
252.
deals. Oh my god. I take a
Uh,
5% fee for talking about deals on my channel.
No. We like I said, it doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna say that on stream. I'm gonna get in trouble.
wait, hold on. So the other 3 are TMNT Adventures #1.
Right.
I'm trying to get the Canadian price variant of that one.
Which
just
I'm
because
surprised you don't have that one yet.
the
Right?
TMNT Adventure, because the thing is, the price of that blew up before I could even get it. So now I'm just
Right.
trying to find a good deal on it. Like I could get it, but I'm just trying to. It's just getting that right price. And the other 2 are the big ones. ASM 129, First Punisher, and FF 49. So
Of course. Yeah. It's funny and hyper. I shouldn't have jumped to that because people are always like, man, how do you not have Tales of Suspense 39? Like it's only like jumped massively in the last like 3 years. And it's like, yeah, you're right. But hopefully a lot of these books behind me will one day kind of trade or flip their way
yeah,
to one. So.
Can
because
I
look,
say 2 things? Marvell, just DM me for his comment.
the thing
Uncanny
is,
X-Men
Oh,
129.
yo.
What's Super Marvel? What's Marvel Superheroes 12? I don't.
It's Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So yeah.
Ozzy, you remember I was telling you I know someone who was looking for 129?
it's that guy.
There you have it.
Oh.
There you have it.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's not so much about like like you
And
could-
fight.
You could find a lot of these books on eBay and all that, but the thing is, I like to know that, like, like I don't want to just grab the first book I see online. Like, I want to research it and just kind of make sure.
Yeah, part of the fun is trying to find these and hunt these down and
Exactly,
have a story
yeah.
behind
And
it,
deal,
right?
man.
For sure.
Yeah.
And especially if the book is going to your PC, like make sure that it's a grade that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
like you said, hype, like ASM 252, like you don't want that in a 7.0. And nothing against anybody who has a 7.0 in that, but like it's going to be a book that's going to stay. Oh shit. But it's a book that's going to stay with you, and it's a PC one. Then obviously, like you obviously want it in the highest grade possible, and like that's going to mean something to you. So.
It's relative. It's like the thing is, like the higher end stuff, like the Silver Age, like FF49, that obviously I'll settle for a lower grade. But stuff like where it's more on the copper modern, like the TMNT and the ASM 252, those I'm gonna go more for the higher grade.
Modern, I've got a rule. It's got to be 9.8. Like especially like super new
Really?
modern,
all,
like
all modern.
like no. Like and that's why I just said like super early. Like it's got to be like from 2010 on. It's got to be 9.8. Like it has to be.
Because the thing is, certain moderns from a 9.6 to a 9.8 will set you back a couple of grand, even like right off the bat, like Blue Marvel. If you see a 9.8 out of that, that's like already like $3 grand.
I think we just need to like get the name changed. Like we need to get into this next era because modern is going to be like we're going to be in like 2050 and still be calling it
It's
modern.
like
right?
30 years of modern.
So like I don't know who's in charge of that, but like let's call it something else like platinum or the Stan Lee era or something, something out of respect for Stan, obviously for passing away, but like let's get it into maybe like we do tornadoes, and if someone's affected by tornadoes, I apologize, but like why don't we do it like that, right? Like Stan Lee's gone, obviously the stuff with George Perez, but like why don't we start, like they do with like athletes and trophies and awards, right? Like why don't we start naming these eras like some of this, like the Stan Lee era, the George Perez era, something, right?
I don't know how that would work though. Like, how would you determine the years and stuff like that? Like,
well, that's the thing though. But we, every year comes and goes, and we're still in modern. So like,
maybe we can do the binary thing, like the casting they're doing. Like, just give it an open, open amount of years.
Maybe. So yeah. So guys, I do want to thank everybody. We had about 70 people live, hanging out with us. So I appreciate it on this very late Sunday evening. Just a quick reminder on my end, Whatnot coming to Canada. There's the handle. Make sure you guys go follow. I'm going to be doing something next week. I'm definitely going to be doing an X-Men thing. Fantastic Four, Batman. Like there's going to be a bunch of stuff, man. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'd love the support. So please, go follow, go sub the account. As for me, back on Tuesday's show is going to be undervalued 9.8s. We got 10 books to talk about that. Even in 9.8, they're still valuable. You should probably jump on them right now. And that's pretty much it for me. Me and Ozzy are going to be selling at the Mississauga Comic Book Con show next week. First time selling, so I'm excited. So my whole week is going to be pretty much finishing, getting everything ready for that. So I apologize if I don't get back to people as quickly as I usually do. Just the circumstance, first time seller. So I'm looking forward to that. But Ozzy, I want to thank you for hopping on, man. Let the people know where they can find you on YouTube and what you're doing, man.
YouTube, Instagram, Comic Ozzy, doing the show this Sunday with my pal, Newbie. Looking forward to that. A little nervous.
I'm nervous, dude. I'm
nervous. I'm just like, oh my God, what do I take? All that stuff. So it'll be fun. We'll just have a ton of fun with it. Probably spend a lot of money, but what do I have coming up? I just finished filming today with Hoodrat, Ian from Hoodrat Comics, for the next episode of Inside the YouTube Studio. I just dropped a video about the haul from the show yesterday. And then I have a couple more episodes of some of the books I'm finding in the collection. So keep an eye out for that.
And Ozzy, you're missing something. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but
comic picks in the 416.
Nope, you're missing something else.
And there's a lot of stuff going on.
You made another account to
yes. Sorry,
sell, right?
You're right. Sorry, it's so new. Yeah. So I'm doing a specific account that I set up. Thank you for reminding me. Because I want to keep it all separate. I don't want to have anything for sale on my regular account because I'm pretty proud of that one. So some of the books that I've been finding in this collection, some of the books I need to get to move, I'll put up for sale there. So it's called Kamikaze Sales. Keep an eye out for the deals coming your way. So thank you. Good. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And guys, last but not least, of course, I got a lot of love for you guys. But 2 of the 5 comic kingpins. I don't know if you guys, who wants to talk, but let the people know what's going on your end in YouTube world and where they can find you guys.
They can see your face, so go ahead.
Comic Kingpins, baby, on YouTube, man. We go live every Monday night, man. And guys, ironically, tomorrow, if you're a hockey fan, it's trade deadline. That's it. No trades.
But 3/4 of my chat just went like, what's hockey?
But, yeah, right. But we're going to continue with the trades, man. And they take place tomorrow. So we have a trade deadline special going on where we're going to put up some intense trade scenarios. So come by, man. Come and let us know what books you're going to pick up. And then we also have our Drive to 500 subscriber giveaway show coming up real soon because we're getting closer, man. We are on the drive to 500. So, guys, if you haven't subbed up, go sub up. The second we hit 500 subscribers, we have a ton of stuff to give away again. And if you want an example of what that's like, check our 250 subscriber show.
Yep.
Friday, I will be joining the low grades at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So do tune into that as well.
Friday. All right. Nice. Well, that's the show, guys. Any last words before we head off?
No, thanks. That was awesome. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah. 2 hours just flown by, man. That was fun. Hype, I want to thank you for coming on, man, because it's been a while since you graced us here in the Newbieverse with your presence. So I appreciate you hanging out with us, man.
Don't say grace with your presence. It's always fun to be in the Newbieverse. when I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
appreciate that, man. I mean, I'll always remember today for you saying like, West Paw, what are you, so like that's
Yeah, how
I'll
long?
Yeah,
remember
man.
this.
I'm picturing Hyper's hair being blown back. That's all I'm just
Same here. Driving that convertible.
Oh man, but dude, it was a lot of fun.
Little bastards.
I'll see you guys Tuesday, of course. Ozzy, I'll be seeing you this week. We'll be talking. We'll be communicating.
Sure,
Obviously,
yeah.
you guys, Hype and BC will be talking. But great show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. It's always a pleasure. I always treat these like I say it all the time because this is how I am. If anyone's met me, they'll tell you this is how I am. In person, I treat these as hangouts. I treat these fun because this is how I am. I'm goofy, I'm fun, and just the love of comics. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, if you're around Mississauga next Sunday, come meet us.
Mhm.
If you're not busy on Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time, guys, we'll be talking 9.8 undervalued books that you should probably get right now. And basically the math was from the last couple weeks, so these prices are still out there. Empire, man, I appreciate you. Great show. Super chat $4.99. My brother Empire is going to be coming on the show a few more times. Hopefully, he's got the open door, so once he gets all settled
When
in,
will you invite Westpaw?
Yeah.
I should invite West.
She created an account, Westpaw, yeah.
Can't pronounce shit. Dude, Spanish is my first language, so I'm stopped.
Okay.
But guys, that's our show. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you guys Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time again. Don't forget,
Later.
Comic Kingpins, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Boost.
Later.
Later.